Hello, welcome everyone back to It All Happens on Night. This I'm your GM voice, also known as Paul, and welcome back to the fifth session of the Rings of Inasvine. You got
I'm happy to be here, as always.
I'm also happy to be here. Let's go.
Good evening, all you
Yeah.
beautiful people out there. I hope you enjoy the show.
it's. I mean, it's probably going to be a show. I mean, you guys are here. We got the live stream ready. I believe it. Uh,
Heart
thank
of
you.
the dice.
Yeah, thank you guys all for tuning in. Few announcements. One, in order to accommodate our player schedules, we are going to be postponing the start of the sessions from here on out to 6:30 Central Time, just to make sure we all have enough prep work and understanding of like what's going on and be ready for the session before we begin. And furthermore, tragically, I am busy 2 weeks from now. So we will not be playing on the second. Definitely not pulling up my calendar right now to look at what the next session will be on the 16th, or I will send some sort of message to be like, hey, we're having this a little bit earlier. Regardless, that's what's happening. Sorry, chat.
It's a little disappointing, but it's okay. I think we'll come back from this tragedy stronger together. But
You know what?
seriously, I
Just think of this as a nice little cliffhanger.
I feel like 2 weeks is a pretty big cliffhanger every single time.
Yeah,
yeah.
that's fair.
But no, in all seriousness, I obviously completely understand, and I hope you have a good time with that.
All right. So we will begin as the demiplane of Inasvine is tuning into the radio. There's a lot of different stories circulating, but one breaks through all the rest. From our heroes tonight, R.K. Wilder, after a small commercial break, breaks back in. Hello, everyone. I've uncovered some unfortunate updates with what is happening with the First Ring. Last we knew that there was military personnel attacking civilians. Well, the situation on the First Ring has gone from bad to worse. From a from the wife of Governor Glads of Tenderly, I have received confirmation that the First Ring has been uncoupled from its orbit. While I'm not sure the specifics on how or why this has happened, what I do know is that the Magitech is losing power, and the gravitational pull of the far quarter is beginning to tear apart the steel that remains. If you're on the first ring, you will need to find some sort of evacuation accommodations. There are multiple adventurers and multiple individuals who have found some sort of teleportation or flight or some sort of vehicle to get off the first ring. And from what I understand, whatever military incursions that's happening is not shooting down these escapees. There's a moment of silence on the air. It seems now more than ever we need people to do the right thing. Trust me when I say I'm not smiling when I say this. We need you to be our heroes tonight. If you are able to help anyone on the first ring, anyone from Elenin, Amir, or Mycin, please, please send aid. Is there anything else you guys wish to mention?
Um, did you say they're not shooting down or they are now shooting
They are
down?
not shooting down people who are like escaping with ships.
Got it. All right. I have no other questions at this time.
Yeah, that seems pretty. That seems pretty clear cut.
Yeah.
More a reminder on what happened last session.
Oh yeah, true.
All right. So out of character, I believe Carthon and Referami, after pulling out the component from Governor Glass's teleporter, once again, you guys have you guys have essentially banked 3 escape charges on that teleporter, correct? It's been 2 weeks. I just want to remind myself and the chat.
Yeah, we have 3 charges left on that. Um, I think the initial plan was to use those for people outside, but after thinking about it more, I still have to run this by you, Dragon. I feel like we should probably go see how the other 2 characters, the other 2 PCs are doing first before using those. Just since I want to check on them, but if you want to use them right now to help people out here, that's also totally fine.
All right. We'll go with that for the time being. As we come back to the village of Marmalade with its burning factory, off in the distance, Spurbod and I guess Calzias, you poof there. You finally get out of your T-pose. Uh,
I'm so sorry, everybody, for missing the last session.
you're good. We'll never forgive you. That's sarcasm. Anyway, from what has from what has happened, just to do a quick recap for you, Carlos. Uh, Rodgel led you guys to a nursing home. Uh, to essentially rescue his mother, Hope Beam. However, she is in no condition to be transported. She seems to have had many injuries and is unable to really move around. And so she confided in Spurbod, and Rodgel, hopes and dreams and the you can do this, and conferred that there is a impact shelter underneath the nursing home. A a little area that has been designed in preparation whenever the rings were made. Some people were suspicious that the first ring might fall, so they had special shelters prepared for to survive the impact. But they were made like centuries ago and mostly forgotten. fortunately, you guys were able to. Hope was able to tell you guys that uh, of one underneath the nursing home, and you guys have uncovered it and are essentially looking at it. Lots of buttons though, and it only has room for 5 people.
And there's already three of us. Me, Flurbod, and um
Rod,
the NPC with us.
yeah, Rodgal.
And Bim
Yeah,
or
and
Beam.
Beam. There's also something about a something else that maybe might just be have been kept between Spurbod and Beam. Anyway,
Okay.
you guys are looking at through the trap door, and you're seeing this weird series of buttons and contraptions.
Now, what in the Sam hell is going on here?
You think for a shelter meant to survive an apocalyptic event, it would have made things simple, but no, it had to be all this.
I'm sure whoever did it had their reasons, but by God, is it going to be a pain for us now?
Definitely,
This is.
definitely not ideal, but um, we can start with taking off the dust. Uh, you sort of like Rodgel goes to like one of the windows and like rips off one of the curtains and like just like wads it up in his hands as he like goes to the trapdoor and like steps down the ladder.
Good idea. Maybe at least some of these buttons might have labels on them underneath all that dirt.
I hope and like begins to, like wipe off the machinery and everything. And as a note, Rogel is still bloodied. They are not. They don't have a character level yet. They're just generally tougher than a normal commoner because of your training, Spurbod.
All
They're,
right, I'm gonna step down there with him, and I'm just gonna say, "Here, you're." If I'm being honest, you're not looking the best after that fight we had outside the home.
oh,
Let me help.
I'm normally used to getting hit in the face, sir. Not I'm not normally. I'm
Yeah, but you're not used to getting hit in the face by trained soldiers, or at least not at full force. That's not something that I've exactly done with you so far.
I'm sorry, sir, that you weren't hitting me with full force this entire time.
Oh, if I was hitting you with full force, boy, you'd be dead.
There's a moment of quiet, but he smiles a little bit and like, I suppose so, sir.
Now again, let me help you. Let me help you out with this, and I'll grab for the. Actually, I'll get. Uh, I'm going to use my tongue to grab to grab another one of the curtains off the windows.
You, it's not nearly as graceful, but it does like pull it off the what's the you pull it off the rod, and the rod gets
The
pulled.
curtain rod.
Yeah, the curtain rod is pulled off the wall. There's a very loud clatter as you get your own curtain to clean things off. Uh, and Bean smiles a little bit. Out of character. Uh, Rodgel normally is a very quiet individual. The situation has sort of energized him a little bit. Normally he's a little bit more reserved. But for now, he seems to be like going back to that calm, curious nature that you've known from him, Suburbad. As as you guys are cleaning things off, Calzias, what are you doing?
All right, so this is the impact shelter within the nursing home, right?
Below the nursing home, but yes.
All right. So Calzais is thinking we need instructions on how to operate this thing. So he's gonna yell down to them. When you guys are done cleaning up, see if you can find some instructions. I'm gonna head back to the nursing home. Maybe there's something within the the head office or something.
As a note for you, the impact shelter is like right below reception of the nursing home. So like you're standing in the reception of the nursing home.
Okay.
Like it's not that far of like it's not like you got to go deep into the basement to find this. No, it's just literally just right below.
Then yeah, I'm gonna head over to either the home's director's office or maybe the lead doctor's office. Some office here, maybe even the engineer's office should have instructions for this place, and I'm gonna try to find them.
Got it. Uh, what is your plan here? Because like the the nursing home has been turned over, not necessarily like for looting, but just things thrown everywhere, shattered glass everywhere, people suffering. Like this is a nursing home where everything's been abandoned and almost everything's been knocked over in the panic.
I'm honestly just gonna go through whatever books I can find, just quickly read over the titles and hope that the instructions are very right there on the title for anybody needing them.
All right. So here's the thing. I would probably say that's like an investigation with like intelligence, like or maybe even wisdom. I'm gonna encourage you. How how would you like to make? How would you think about this to try to use a strength-based investigation check?
If it's strength based, I imagine it's just to carry as much books as possible to one clear spot and just quickly like look at the covers of each of them.
And unfortunately, I still think that's like wisdom-based. So can you please make a wisdom-based investigation check?
Got it. Investigation using wisdom.
Whenever you click on the dice, I believe it will bring up a screen that will say, "Hey, what skill are you using?"
So don't click on insight, just click on a dice.
Uh, like if you click on investigation and then click on wisdom as your ability score to roll, you would
Okay, there we go.
make things a lot easier.
Got it. Okay, roll investigation. Oh shit. 19.
Oh shit. You begin to look. You are just like grabbing files and like looking through this and like, okay, uh, impact shelter, impact shelter, impact shelter, impact shelter. Uh, you have to go through a lot of charts. There's papers everywhere. But eventually, you find one file that seems to be a little bit older. Like it opens up and like there's like yellow pages, and you look at it and it's like it seems like this place does not seem to have the best record keeping because you literally pull out the land deed that this nursing home is like based upon, just strewn about in this reception area. Signatures and everything. Like you like look through this like really old file of like with all like the foundational documents, and you pull out one paper, and it seems to be a like a an invoice for like a impact shelter. Honestly, probably would have been called something else. Probably like a drop evac, some other term for it. But like these schematics, and like the utility of like what is being described in this invoice is like exactly what like a impact shelter would be.
Hey, okay, this is useful. We're cooking now.
Uh, un-
Uh,
Unfortunately, it doesn't lend itself to. It does say like a instruction manual has been provided, but you don't see it anywhere. Uh, you look at the where the invoice is, or like where this what company made this shelter, and it simply says Marmalade Factory. Or, I'm sorry, Marmalade Manufacturing Incorporated. Takes you a moment to realize to remember the factory that is currently burning to the ground.
uh, but just fucking crap. Sorry, try not to curse here. But just slam the paper against the wall and just shout an expletive because either I have to find the instructions here that they were delivered and they're somewhere in this building, or we're kind of screwed right now.
I
Unless
mean,
we want to risk just pressing random buttons. So I found this one like in the administration office, right?
we'll say yeah, but administration office is a very kind term for this paperwork room.
That is fair. So if this room was a bus, but it does tell me that yes, there were instructions, I'm gonna try the next best place, and which would be the either housekeeping or engineering for the home.
Uh,
I imagine there might be the same location anyway.
that is really funny. That you think this place is well maintained.
It's something. There's a hope and a prayer right now.
Looking through it, it genuinely seems like the original instruction manual has been lost because you cannot seem to find like it literally says in the invoice like an 80-page stapled like book to explain how the impact shelter works, but looking through everything else is just loose papers. Books, the books that you find are mainly like personal reading books, or how to take care of the elderly. Seems like after all these centuries, well, more like decades, it seems like people got really lax in the bookkeeping. But you do at least have one lead.
Okay, okay. Not the end of the world just yet. There's still a minuscule chance. I'm gonna run back to where Splurbot and Beam are, and I'm gonna yell down to them. Have any of you guys found any instruction manuals down there?
Uh, no, I mean, we see some writing, but I mean, I'm not able to read this.
Uh, fuck, what languages do I have? Common, Draconic, and Orc. Am I able to read any of this?
Unfortunately, no, and even then, it's this place has been neglected so much. The words have been definitely lost a little bit to time,
Hmm.
but the machinery is still at least operational.
Okay, so we have two options then. Either we take our chance and just press random buttons and hope for the best, or we could head to the manufacturing plant that made this place and hope that we could still find something.
Hold up, you found out where this thing was manufactured?
Yes, it was manufactured at a place currently burning to the ground. So if we're gonna head there try to look for something, we need to head out now.
Well, I don't like our chances with randomly pushing buttons, so I guess let's head out there.
Speaking of, let's head out there. Uh, you guys come on out, and we are going to like as you guys are heading to the factory. We are going to simply say like, Carthon and Referami, you have been looking for your friends for about like 2 minutes at this point, and you see them walking down one of the roads of Marmalade.
I imagine it's less walking and more running.
Yeah, you got a little bit of a hustle. Just because I want you guys to be together, we're just gonna gloss over the fact that it is still a very long, like walking trip between Tenderly and Marmalade. But but you do but yeah,
Yeah,
but Carth
interesting.
but yeah, you guys
Oh,
see each other.
I do have a mount, so we can get there faster. I don't know how many civilians are around, or roving marauders who might have had to kill a few. So I'm not gonna shout, but I will wave to my cousin and ride over to him with Referami on there as well. Yeah,
Uh,
I think
I will.
Rob has enough room to carry one more person. At least, maybe not for like combat, but just to explain how Referami kept up.
That's yeah. I think that's fair. Out of character. It's a good thing you mentioned like people being like other individuals as you pass by. Uh, People are asking like as you guys are moving. There's a lot of people who ask like for your assistance to be like transportation. A lot of people are like grabbing suitcases. You do hear like over the radios as you're just like passing by like details of like the emergency broadcasts of the government of Inasvine and like other like radio DJs spreading the news, and like people are beginning to panic, like truly, like oh god, this is not just affecting like a few people, like this is affecting all of us.
Yeah. Dreg will turn such people away because honestly, I don't know if we're gonna
Who?
find anything,
Who's Greg?
helpful.
Yeah.
Who's Greg?
Who's
Dreg, I'm sorry, that's a character. I have another campaign. Carthon will turn these. Hey, look, I played him less than 24 hours ago. Okay. Um,
Fair enough. For those who don't know, I do run multiple campaigns. There's a different campaign where Mark plays as a very charming tailor who has nothing suspicious about him at all.
absolutely not.
Absolutely nothing suspicious. No way,
Nothing,
no how.
nothing suspicious. My point is, I don't know if we're gonna actually find anything useful, and yeah, I don't think we need a bunch of followers. But honestly, again, I don't know if we're gonna find anything useful. If we do, then I might like say, hey, there's a way to survive. But I'm not gonna jump up the gun on that just yet. I have no idea what we're gonna find because I don't know about the escape room
Yeah.
or escape safe room. Yeah. All right.
Option. The
Uh,
escape option.
but yeah, uh, you get as you're like running along, you guys come upon and see Calzias and Carthon as you like jump off to like give your cousin a hug. Referami, once again, you see this frog folk, this other dragonborn, which I believe you had a brief conversation with, and a that human that you saw with the frog folk. They have received a new slash mark on them, though.
Cal, it's so good to see you. I'm really glad you're okay.
Uh,
Likewise, I don't even want to think about what I was thinking, but where's my FL? I thought she was with you.
No, I have no idea where she is.
Uh,
Out of character, I don't think we've seen her since this all started, right?
yeah, when Private Finale essentially attacked people, you were with my Ethel, and she just disappeared. Almost,
That's right. Yeah, that was at the very start of all this.
yeah.
Um, yeah,
You didn't even see her. She didn't even say anything. She just disappeared.
yeah. Well, if we see her, great. If we don't, there's nothing we can do. But no, I don't know where she is. I haven't seen anybody else that we know either. Well, look, there's a lot to explain. But
All
do
right,
you have somewhere to go?
let's cut to the chase. What did you find out at the governor's residence?
Uh, I will quickly explain what exactly we found with the teleporter and the governor being dead and so on and so forth.
More the heroic sacrifice of the governor, but fair enough.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. So you've got people operating that. We just found what looks to be a impact shelter that should be able to survive this, but it can only seat 5 people, and we don't know how it works.
Um, okay.
Um,
Maybe Referami could take a look at it. He's good at engineering
Out
and
of
magic.
character, what was it that we remembered from the thing? So it was certain markings.
Yeah. Do you remember? Generally, something about the X's, like pressing
The
the
X's.
X's, seemed to be a good idea. I believe the governor told you about that.
Yeah, he did. I feel
I
like I mentioned that too because that's what we were looking for.
yeah. By any chance do the markings have any X's anywhere? I'll
Yeah,
keep my voice kind of low and keep an eye out for anybody who's might be close enough to listen in.
yeah. In general, there are just like a lot of people moving, but you you whisper and like Rodgell like nods and like you've seen a few marks, but Rodgell will immediately respond like, "Yes, we've seen a few."
Those may be key to our survival. Let's go take a look at what we got and see where we are. We also might have, as you said, a way off for a couple of people. But we'll need to see what we can do about that. I'll turn to
Impact
Beam
shelter
and
after all of
pat him on the shoulder and be like, I see you've survived so far. Perhaps next time you should duck, pointing at the little mark on that he's got the new slash.
He looks at you, and with your insight, they visibly did not appreciate that comment. Just quietly looks at you.
Nevertheless, lad, best keep your wits about you. I'm glad you're here. Seems all of our threads are intertwined in this mess.
I guess. You head into the nursing home and go like looking into the impact shelter. You you're able to see some different things, and quite you see like you definitely are able to pick up hey certain like X's. Some things seem to be like hey they're like they've been like visibly like scratched marked in X's, but some seem to be like oh these could have been X's, but who knows? Maybe they were Z's or W's. Seems like not every single X is clear.
Does it seem like they were intentionally obfuscated?
Uh, no, it seems definitely more just the wear and tear of just
Okay.
being neglected.
Gotcha.
And maybe some people improperly cleaned it.
Well, um, have Splurbot and Calzias explained about the escape pod thing, safe room?
That's where Referami is inspecting right now. And while
Got
he's
it.
doing that, we'll just say, listen, even if Referami can figure out how to operate that thing, it can't fit all of us, and it definitely can't fit. Um, definitely can't fit Rava.
It c-
So
Hmm.
it
some of us
could
are gonna have to find another way out.
it could fit Rava. It would just be a very tight squeeze.
And it probably couldn't fit anyone else if it fit Rava.
No, well, okay, all right. We do have a way off for all of us between this though and the teleporter. I
Right.
mean, I do want to help others.
That's what I'm thinking is this is a way off for anyone who's either too far from the governors or otherwise can't make it
Hmm.
to the governor's mansion to use that teleporter. This
Uh,
is a way off for a few people who can do that.
it is also important to note that someone has to operate the governor's teleporter. Somebody has to be at the console. This the person you operating the console can also be rescued.
Got it. Okay. Well, if we just have to do this, then I guess the quickest thing I can think of is again, this is without anything else. I feel like Carthon and Rava should be the ones to use the teleporter since it has three spots exactly, and Rava and I are three spots, and we're kind of joined at the hip. So maybe Reframi could go back and we could teleport, and then he comes back here, and then you could do and then you could get in the escape pod. Again, that's just assuming that there's no way out. At this point, Carthon is thinking, well, okay, you mentioned that factory. Maybe there's blueprints there that'll explain better how to operate this. It looks like some of the controls are worn away. Not to mention that if there was a factory that built these things, there might be another one there, another one of these escape pods there, maybe even several of them.
That's where we were heading when we ran into you guys.
Hmm. Maybe we should
See,
check that out first.
definitely. Also, I'm not
Absolutely.
leaving until I find my FL.
I want to find her too, but I just don't know where she could be. What color Dragonborn is my Althil? I forget if I asked this.
She's red like me.
Oh, okay, all right. So she wasn't the Dragonborn who betrayed the governor. Oh yeah, that was a shapeshifter anyway. Okay, never mind.
Definitely someone in you don't
Somebody in
know.
disguise. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Well, yeah, that's one vote for exploring the facility, which doesn't sound like it's that far away
So
anyway.
wait, you just said a dragonborn attacked the governor?
It's a long story, but yeah, it seems like the governor was attacked and mortally wounded by what appeared to be a green female dragonborn. Although we also found a body matching that, who was then teleported away. But we also found a body matching that description dumped in the bushes outside his house. My guess is it was somebody like a shapeshifter or somebody who was otherwise disguised as her somehow. I honestly have no idea. It's crazy out there.
How far away is the governor's house from here?
Like on foot. It's probably like an hour, like tops, like
Okay.
traveling.
So we're
Yeah,
looking at probably
Would
2 hours there and back.
but
yeah,
again, I have a mount, so I could get you there faster.
yeah.
Then you just have to walk back.
The fact is that you have Rava. They are able to keep you up on a higher pace.
What's the travel time with Rava there and back?
Probably that would probably cut it down to about probably in half, about 30 minutes.
Okay, so an hour. All right. I know the plan was to possibly run back, activate the other one, and then come back this way for this option if we can figure something out. So I just wanted to keep the time frame in mind. All right. Well, where's this? You said it was a factory, right?
Yeah, and I'll. Uh, you said the marmalade manufacturing plant, right?
Yeah, that's what it said. And
Okay.
with that, like Spurbod, you've been here for a long time. It is the factory. It is. I am not going to be that guy and be like, oh, fun fact. It is a different place. It's been lost to time. I've suffered that before.
Fucking. Oh, it hasn't been a factory for 3 decades. It's been converted into a townhouse.
Yeah, no, I would not do that to you guys. That would
Appreciate it.
that would be an oofta.
I mean, I'm pretty sure all these buildings here have addresses, so as long as the address is correct, who cares what the building is now?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, addresses don't change. People do. Anyway,
True. The old bunker manufactory is now a combination Pizza Hut Taco Bell.
I dig it.
fair enough.
Sounds delicious.
So, are you guys heading to the factory?
Yes.
Got it.
Yeah.
I think so.
All right. Uh, Charging on up. Uh, it you guys begin to feel a little bit of warmth as like you come on up to the factory, and like there are people like nearby. Like there appear to be like people fleeing. A few of them sporting some burns as they are just like running away from the factory with what seems to be like coworkers and or family members. Like one person like just yells like it's I guys, you guys need to get out of here. This is not this marmalade. We can't stay in marmalade.
Are they talking to us?
Yeah, they are talking to like you guys. Like you guys, I don't know what you're doing. You need to head back.
Hey, thanks for the advice, but I don't know. I guess uh, Carthon will kind of shrug. I don't have a great explanation for this. If we're gonna die, we might as well die doing something cool. That's my thought process.
So
But
this is an employee telling us to basically scram.
Essentially,
oh,
All right. I'm gonna grab them. I'm not gonna beat around the bush. I'm just gonna very straightforward ask. If I'm looking for an instruction manual for thing made by this place, where would I find them?
roll intimidation.
oh, this is actually a good idea. Why didn't I think of this?
Intimidation.
You had other things on your
Oh
I'm
mind.
already
god.
scared.
There. Why am I not getting the little dice? There we go. God. Okay, let's see how I do. Oh, that's not good.
Ah, damn.
The the Dragonborn in Rava, and the audacity of Cal. Uh, this worker looks at you and like squints her eyes and like, what? You're. If you want to find, why are you concerned about that right now? You need to get out of here.
Question. Since I do technically have a breath weapon, could I like make a show that I'm gonna use it but not actually use it?
That would be considered unethical, but you could try.
Yeah, I continue to be
Anybody else
scared.
gonna try to back me up here, or am I gonna do?
I'm gonna
I'm not
I'm
gonna
gonna
I'm not gonna threaten to burn the sky.
I'm gonna step up and I'm gonna say, look, I understand you're just trying to do your job, but I can't hold my partner back very long. Just tell us what we need to know, all right?
I. It's not my job I'm concerned about. I'm concerned about your lives.
Let us be concerned with that.
Uh,
Can I assist with that?
yeah, go for it.
Using my authority, I'm gonna be like, Come on, we don't have time for this. Give him the information he needs. Now.
All right. Uh, and Cal, are you? If you want to make a show of it, you can. If you want to make
Then
it
yeah,
intimidation,
I'm just like gonna grab the guy's collar and like flames will start to lick at my maw.
got it.
I'll
Uh,
just say answer the question.
make an intimidation check with Constitution. Everyone else make intimidation checks. This is forcibly intimidation because Cal is grabbing this man.
I do not wish to make an intimidation check. I want no
Y-
part in this.
Yeah, Rava does have the look of being concerned.
Yeah, I'll do it. That's a 19. That's a
Constitution you
dirty
said,
20.
right? God, I'm not rolling well. Still, somebody got a dirty 20.
Got it. I'm gonna say like in general group success. It looks like okay. If you guys aren't gonna save, listen. You just have to go to the records room. You just if you
Which
need,
is.
it's in the eastern wing. It's in on the first floor. It's clearly labeled, but you guys are fucking adventurers, are you? Aren't you?
Well, I wouldn't say that.
Okay, you do what you need to do. I'm getting out of here.
Thank you, good
Yeah.
man.
Understandable.
Be on your
If
way.
you see anybody in military garb, don't trust them.
I heard the radio,
Good luck, sir.
and they
Be
nod
safe.
and they keep on running. And as you guys head to the front of the factory, the smokestacks are just billowing with flame. Certain like windows are like spewing a little bit of fire as well, and like various other things. Like there's like slight screaming, like the few sounds of screaming from inside, as not everyone has been able to get out of this building. The
Well, save who we can.
Yeah.
Yeah, if there's anybody like trapped behind a door or passing by, we'll try to bust the door open for them.
that is entirely fair. But as you guys come on up to the front of this factory, there are two sets of armor up front. They seem to be dressed with they appear to be dressed like some sort of like cooking mascots with like aprons and like a chef's hat and like very like deliberate like costume splatters of like marmalade on their aprons. Honestly, it looks very comical. Besides the fact that the factory is burning behind them.
You might not have been too far off with the Pizza Hut Taco Bell thing, easily.
Different campaign. Who dis?
Anyway, well, I don't need armor, and I think everybody else has the armor they need already, so I guess we should just keep going in
Uh,
now that we know where we're going.
as you begin to approach, one of these sets of armor puts their hand up and like, halt! There is currently a emergency in the Marmalade Manufacturing Incorporated. Please do not enter. Rescue personnel are en route.
Oh God, are these Warforged or are these just automatons?
Stop! There is currently an emergency in the Marmalade Manufacturing Incorporated. Please do not enter as emergency personnel are on the way.
Do these things have
I
weapons?
question.
They don't have weapons, but they are speaking with intention.
I'm gonna
Okay.
try. I'm gonna try something here. I'm gonna go up to one of
Okay.
them and say, "We are the emergency personnel."
Understood. Provide identification.
Splurbod Kyperius. I'm hoping that these things have outdated databases. I'm gonna give him
Oh,
my
I like
old
that.
rank. My old rank. Splurbud Hyperius Anatolius, uh, captain of fuck. I'm forgetting out of character. I am forgetting off the top of my head what the name of my attachment was, but captain of blank
of C Squad. Uh,
of
ro-
C Squad.
uh, just for the audacity, roll charisma.
That's actually brilliant, Eatsley. Kudos to you for thinking of
Could
this.
I make could I make this with my leadership expertise die?
Yes.
All
But
right,
but
but it's not persuasion.
it is
It's
not
straight
persuasion.
charisma.
I'm saying this is straight charisma. This has gone beyond deception. This is you and your audacity. Uh,
God,
Audacity of this
that's a
frog.
9.
No.
you are not recognized as a emergency responder. We will be holding on to the voice sample, and we will be pressing. And if decided, Marmalade Manufacturing Incorporated may press charges against you.
You
Please,
can press charge.
What
You can
now?
press charges all you want, but there are lives that need saved. We're getting in this building.
I'm sorry, sir, but you are not authorized to enter Marmalade Manufacturing Incorporated.
Yeah, hold on, give me one
Uh,
second.
out of question, out of question character again. Out of character question, Mr. DM. Um, as part of my church duties, would I have done any kind of? Because I know I've worked with the guards. Would our church have any kind of like medical? I don't know what exactly I'm trying to say here, but like basically any kind of medical access for helping in an emergency situation.
That would be a temporary order given.
Okay.
You probably worked as like emergency responders temporarily when necessary, but honestly, those that's probably been like once or twice in your entire diving career. Is
Fair enough.
Okay, is there any way around these guys?
I'm
Like, are there any
gonna
other entrances?
through the front door. You like they're not like covering the entire doors. You could try to run past them. The door is open behind them. It's not locked. It is just there's just these two automatons who are physically blocking the way.
Can Rava fit?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I'm just gonna kind of charge past him and see what happens. We don't have time for this.
I was gonna say I could try to see if maybe they recognize the church as viable, but this works too. Let's
All right.
go.
All right. Who's riding on Rava?
I mean, besides me, someone else can if they want. I'm not actually sure. I had to see how much free weight she has.
I
I'm
am.
Is the kid still with us, or is the kid back at the impact shelter?
you didn't tell him to leave, so Beam is still with you guys.
Yeah, Rob actually doesn't have that much carry weight left. She is only 95 pounds with me on it. Her.
Yeah, I mean, once again, Beam has 4 HP.
Yeah, so do
I,
I.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay, okay.
Beam.
Actually, I might be. You know what? I might be a little overzealous. Actually, can I? Before that, can I like fly up using my flight to like survey the building and see if there's any other parts of the building that aren't on fire that we could conceivably go through?
I will once again remind you can only fly for like 3 rounds before you get tired and have to land back on the ground. Uh, like it honestly it wouldn't be efficient to do scouting.
Okay.
Like
All right.
you could go up like 40 feet and then like spend the rest of that movement to like get back down to not take any damage.
Yeah, but if I use the dash action, then I could go further.
Yeah, that's fair, but like I'm just saying, like you're gonna have
Okay.
to make multiple jumps, is what I'm saying.
All right. That wouldn't really be a good use of time. I mean, I guess I'll try to go through and hope these guys don't attack me. I
Uh,
feel like they wouldn't because, if they're just trying to, this isn't a high security prison or anything, and why I don't think they're gonna attack us.
Do you want me to try to see if my church gives me any kind of access before we try to force our way through and possibly
Uh,
start a combat?
if
Yeah,
you want, but it
if
sounds
you
like
think
Paul
that
said
that might
no.
work, go for it.
All right, hold on there. I understand that you're anxious to get in there. We will. You there, automaton?
Yes.
Raframini Growledge of the Church of the Life Weave. We are the only aid that is being sent at this time. Everybody else is elsewhere. Do you recognize my authority as a member of the church?
Roll a charisma check with disadvantage.
Fair enough. Thankfully, I am actually for once good with charisma this time.
As-
I believe in you.
This time.
Yeah, I
Post
don't
mods,
normally
good.
have charisma in double digits. Let's just say, hey, double
Oh.
19.
Oh
Hey,
shit.
Wow, with
Oh.
disadvantage.
god
Oh.
damn.
Wow.
That was a good call.
Heart of the dice.
You look at this and say, and like they take a moment to like consider. Ah, yes, Perry Ravenlade of the Life Weave Church. We recognize you as a emergency responder. Please come in and deal with the emergency. It seems like they only
Anybody?
it's
eh,
it seems like they only picked up like the Life Weave part and like oh they just immediately redirected to your friend.
Anybody looking at Referami's space right now will see it just kind of like twinged a little bit.
See. Uh,
Thank
thank
you.
you for thanks for dissuading me, Referami. That
Yes,
was actually a really good idea.
let's go. We have people to save. And he's just gonna
Exactly. You're wasting your
walk
time with
off.
these bucket heads.
Yeah, let's get out of here.
And he's gonna walk like a little bit faster and just a little quieter than normal. He's just for the moment at least, he's kind of inside his own head.
Fair enough. As you head on up and you guys begin to head into the east wing, the there like the general warmth of like the metal area around you is definitely present. There's multiple gauges that are maxing out, pipes that are beginning to or have already burst. And as you guys are running through the area, you begin to come into an area that's clearly labeled the East Wing. And like to your right, you like see like just a few different doors like labeled like overseer's office, uh, supply room number 5. And you see yeah, you see what seems to be the records room, like 3 doors down. However, you're able to see the rest of like this part of the floor, and it is largely covered in smoke. Large machines covered in fire. A little bit of screaming, and like a few people just like they like one person is like seems to be like slamming against something in this smoky area. Another person seems to be like on the ground crawling, and there's a few casualties around.
Okay. All right. Well, it seems like we've already made it to where we want to go. Um, Calzias, I think you should be the one to go into the smokiest and hottest areas because you've always been able to shrug off fire better than me. Out of character, since Calzias has draconic armor and can breathe fire, he has resistance to fire damage.
Yeah,
Yeah, I am.
yeah, you're well aware of this, Carthon. You've definitely seen Cal Zaius in the past brag about this.
Yeah. I have draconic wings, so I don't have that feature. But yeah, I'd be happy to I guess just go into the actually I probably shouldn't be the one to go into the rooms to get the records either, since I don't have a great investigation, but I'll try to help in some other way. Maybe clearing debris or something.
Yeah, we should focus on helping people out here that we can. Um, I also can resist fire a little bit.
Really?
Uh,
Yes, but
Cool.
you only have 4 HP again.
Yeah. Calzias is a chunky boy,
mhm.
being a barbarian with huge con.
Berserker, not barbarian, but
Nice.
yeah.
Berserker,
Con.
thank you.
Le-
This
le-
isn't 5e.
legally distinct.
Legally distinct.
Legally distinct
I'm
barbarian.
still a fighter though.
Yeah, if for some reason paladins are heralds in this system, which I still don't fully understand, but
Yeah,
okay.
like half the
They've been
half the classes have
split.
had their names changed, but half haven't. Like the wizards and fighters are still the same.
Then we got
And then there's
marshals.
and
The
then there's
And
the
druids.
the
the
paladin has been
martial.
split into herald and marshal. Yeah.
And
So
then there's the marshal whose name is a different spelling but pronounced the same as an entire category of classes.
Yeah, that is true. Okay.
Yo,
Um,
2D60, hell yeah.
but yeah, I'm happy to just help some people out. So yeah, I will do that. But it does sound like the records room is right here, so somebody should actually go in and grab those records.
Yeah,
That's an
I'll
investigation.
agree with you, and I'll volunteer to head into the records room since I'm the most likely to survive that.
Oh, is the records room on fire? Fair enough.
No, it doesn't seem like the records room is on fire. But like this area, like there's a lot of stuff on fire and people in need of assistance.
Okay, well, I'm just gonna start helping people. And I guess if Rava can help like push stuff out of the way, that's fine. But if not, I think I'll leave her here. Just tell her to not freak out.
Yeah, like the pathway is free. It's just there are people in need of help right now that you guys can definitely like hear and see.
I
yeah.
will help them then.
Like I said, if there's
Exactly.
any doors to bust down, I'll bust down some doors.
Yeah. Let's make sure nobody else is trapped while we're trying to help other people. So we got you busting down doors. Um, we got one of us looking. Who's got the best investigation? Who's the best
Uh,
spotter of things?
I have +4 perception, but only +1 investigation.
I
I also do not have good I also have +1 investigation.
+1 investigation only because of int.
Yeah, I'm at a 0, so y'all are better than me at that. So one of y'all can deal with that. I will help people. I'll help drag the
Uh,
people that are crawling away from the fire, and then help anybody who is closer to the edge. If you want to go in a little farther and deal with the more fire hazard situations.
Yeah, I'm thinking maybe Splorbod should go into the records room since he is tied
Yeah,
for best investigation, and also I know speaks like what 3 or 4 languages. Carthon only speaks 2, so I don't know.
Three languages, yeah.
Yeah, I only speak 2, so maybe there's something that's written in Orcish. I don't know. I only
I don't
speak
know,
one
maybe.
Thai. Anyway, I'm just gonna hold on. Let's see what strength Rava has. Rava has of course, yeah, Rava has good strength. So yeah, me and Rava are gonna start helping people out, like digging them out of rubble, if that's the case here. By the way, I can make a animal handling check for Rava if this is a scary situation for her.
I'm gonna say trusting you and the fact that Rava hasn't taken any damage. You're not gonna need to roll animal handling yet.
Okay.
Uh, however, so Carthon, you're digging people out. Are you using any tools or are you just using your hands?
Hold on a second.
I'm also going to be asking similar questions to Kalzias and Referami.
If it's digging people out, I technically do have Mason's tools and a sledgehammer. And I'm pretty sure I could also just use my war picks as regular pickaxes or fulcrums if I could get it wedged somewhere.
Sure.
Um, you're gonna have to give me a second. It's not in my inventory right now, but I am thinking about it. I'm pretty sure the farmer does actually start with a shovel, so let me check that.
Fair enough. Kalzias, I'm willing to let you roll athletics with an expertise die because you are, in fact, good at masonry and probably clearing out debris. Uh, Referami, what are you doing?
Um, yeah, I'm just gonna be pulling people away from the fire into the more open area and helping them get it to the exit. Um, bandaging up as needed, strips of cloth, splint with whatever we have available, that kind of thing.
Got it. Please make
Just
a
field medicing.
uh,
Yeah,
roll medicine with dexterity, please.
yeah. I
I'm
guess I.
rolling on Mason's tools.
Uh, no, roll athletics with an expertise die.
Got it.
Yeah, I guess I am
Uh,
just using my hands. The shovel suggest equipment. I don't have it on me. I don't think.
D4 is expertise, right?
Yep. If you're
Yes.
just getting one
Um,
expertise die, you get a D4,
yeah.
Got it.
Unless you already have it.
which
Though
is
actually, if we're using straight strength, I'll be relying on Rava more since Rava is 15 strength and I have 12.
yeah. If you want to just assist Rava, you can have Rava roll strength with advantage.
Got it. Okay, yeah, I am proficient with athletics, which is strength. But anyway, I'll just have Rava roll with advantage. Cool.
Yeah, that
I
that
rolled a 19.
got it.
Um, trying to have Rava roll strength. Okay.
So I believe you click on strength.
You click on the circle under strength for an ability check and the shield icon for a saving throw.
Got it. Thank you. Okay, advantage. I got it. I had to press lock on the icon.
Nat 20.
Natural 20.
Yo, let's
Uh,
go.
all right.
Get them.
Can you? Are you able to roll for a critical success table or for Rava or no?
Um, I don't see that immediately.
Fair enough.
Wait, fuck, what's the critical success table? I might have
Special
Yeah,
health
forgotten about
boon that
that.
usually lasts for like an hour or so,
I
depending
don't
on the type of skill.
Uh,
I'm not sure.
we
I can
we we,
screenshot.
yeah, we will figure that out later.
Got it. I don't even care if it's a crit success. It's a good enough success. That's fine with me.
Yeah, in A5V typically there's like additional effects that like take hold on stuff. Anyway, yeah, no, that works out. You are able to like pull people out and like clear off debris. The Zaros duo plus Rava, you're just getting like immediately people out. Let me roll a d100 though for situation.
All right, cool.
All right. Uh, whereas the Zaros cousins, you guys are able to like get two people out. Uh, like two, three people out. To Referami, you're able to like get like one person, like patch them up, get them on the way. You're about to like save another, and there's a massive explosion. Body parts fly past you as you witness a very deep tragedy in front of you. Splurbod, you get you open up the door to the records room, and there are two people already there. You see what appears to be a goblin with like a nice like shirt on, the little bit splattered in soot. looks over.
Strobes.
No, first of all, it's a she. And she looks at you, and you see floating above her a merfolk, like straight up, half humanoid, half fishtail, just floating in the air, holding on to more files as these two look at you as you enter, and just like the goblin smirks and like, I suppose you're not the cleaning crew.
That's not what I came here for, but I can clean up if I have to. And I kind of reach in front of me and I do that little like cracking knuckles thing.
Oh, and like the goblin takes a step back, like, oh, I'm. Are we gonna are we gonna have issues? And, like you see, like their hand like goes to like a weapon on their side, and like, are we gonna have issues?
Well, that depends. All I'm looking for are instructions manuals on how to operate the uh, how to operate the impact bunkers. If I can get my hand on those, then frankly, I don't care what you loot from this place. If
You
you're going to stand in my way, though, then absolutely we're going to have an issue.
you're you're looking for you know where a bunker is?
We know where one is. It's the other thing we're wondering about is if this place was building them, maybe there's more.
Hmm. I want you to roll persuasion for me because I believe you're being honest here.
A bit too honest. God.
Can't go telling us secrets.
Oh, not bad.
18?
Yeah,
Very cool.
they look at you and like the merfolk like looks at you and sternly, but like the goblin smiles like, oh well, yeah, we're not gonna stand in your way. In fact, the instruction manuals are like they like sort of like go through like this is a really well organized place. It's just massive. We're we're just grabbing some files for the company. We just needed to grab a few things to make sure that we need to make sure a few documents survive. But the instruction manuals, marmalade. All right, here. Do you know uh, what year it was made? Cough, cough. You can say the year. And they like
If that's the case, I think I probably would say the year then.
they look through and like thank God we have pristine copies and like they like come down the ladder and can I have I'm gonna have them roll something.
Mm-hmm.
What is your passive perception, Bud?
My passive perception is do. Oh, that's right. It's not summarized anywhere. What is my plus? It's plus
Actually,
three,
it
so
is.
it's 13. Oh yeah, it is. It's in the gray next to the thing.
Got it.
Passive perception of 13.
Cool. You see that this goblin actually like they seem to like grab a second book and like as they're like getting ready to like come down the ladder, they put that other book into like their into like a side satchel of theirs. They try to do it very discreetly as they come down the ladder and like, all right, here you go. Uh, a workbook on how to use a proper impact shelter from the year and model that you just described.
I appreciate the help, but couldn't help notice you're trying to hide something from me.
Oh, I just saw that there was sorry, I just saw that there was another book I needed to grab. Uh, a a manufacturer's guide to some uh, proprietary parts. They were just in the same file.
Can I insight check this?
Yeah.
From halfway across this building, everybody else in the party just goes, "What was that smell? I smell bull."
It's very.
Now you didn't. Now you didn't seem that interested in. You didn't seem that interested in hiding all your other stuff from me.
Uh, give me a second, my buddy.
Yo,
Uh,
question marks?
yeah.
Yep.
That's whenever
That is
the private.
actually a really cool dice. I don't think I've seen
That
that, but that's
is.
sick.
That whenever I do a private GM roll, it still does the roll. So
It still does
so
the
you know
roll.
there's a roll on Forge, but you just don't know what it is. I know the answer though, and you smell bullshit. They're clearly. You look up at the file, and it literally like it says like essentially stuff that's been like built during that time period. Uh, why would a proprietary part be part of like blueprints? It'd probably be like in like a module section. In this like merfolk attendant is just completely quiet as they watch you.
So you're telling me it's a list of products produced during a particular time period,
Yeah, or like the manuals of
or the manuals of them. Okay.
at least the one that this goblin pulled out.
Look, I don't know exactly what you're up to, but if you're going to be hiding things from me, then I don't think I have any choice but to assume whatever you're up to is bad for me, bad for my goals, and bad for the community.
I think at this point Rodgel comes from like behind you and like opens the door and like uh and like opens their eyes and like looks to like the situation like uh sir.
I'm gonna hand him the manual. Uh, take this back to the others. It's a manual for the bunker we found. I think I've got a bit more. I think I need a bit longer conversation with these two.
He looks at you and nods and runs like looks to the others and like
So,
the merfolk
what's it gonna be?
just like nods to Beam, who would taken a little bit off guard, and all right, sir, and they walk out from the records room.
So, what's it gonna be?
Listen, I don't think you want to deal with the situation that you assume that I'm presenting in front of you. We're just people trying to survive, right?
And I want to help. And I want to help people survive.
Exactly. So why don't we work out a little deal? All right. You know the location of this impact shelter, and I got you the manual, and I got a lot of money lined up for me to get these papers to the right hands. So, what kind of deal can we make? You hear an explosion behind you as the second person Referam is about to save, blows up, shakes the room a little bit. And the merfolk is floating. They're not shaking, but like the goblin just like stumbles a bit from the explosion, like fuck. Shit, this place is about to go. You do we want to have this conversation outside?
I tell you what. Uh, the the governor's mansion is offering evacuation right now. If you are still here by the time, but that bunker is needed because the person operating that portal can't go through the portal themselves. They need the bunker. So here's what I'll tell you. If you're still here by the time the operator gets back, we'll see what we can do about finding space for you. I would recommend, if you can, go to the governor's mansion, go through the portal. It's got a much higher throughput. It's not limited in space.
Make a charisma check for me, please.
Can I make this as? Can I do this as persuasion?
Uh, you yeah, you don't know about the condition with it, so yeah, it's persuasion because you don't know what's going on with the teleporter.
I thought that was one of the things that Quarthon and Referami was explaining to us when we
No,
combined.
I'm talking about the fact that it doesn't work right now. You don't know that. You
Oh,
don't know
you
that.
didn't tell.
You don't
Oh,
know that
fuck.
part. You don't know that
Mm-hmm.
part, so make a persuasion check because you don't know it. You're being honest with what you know. Oh
Wow.
Rip. Yeah,
Uh,
you know what? I don't. Okay, this is unrelated. I don't think I got the chance to roll a critical success on strength since I was just using strength, which is an attribute and not athletics. Maybe that was it.
maybe. Or maybe I have rather defined as an NPC. Do you have any don't you
Fine.
have an inspiration?
I do actually have an inspiration. I think it's from.
Yeah, because you have excellence. I'm sorry, revenge.
Yeah, because I got it from Served Cold. I forget what exactly, but I got it from Served Cold at some point. So I am going to re-roll that.
If you click the little die next to it, it'll give you the option of rolling it at advantage or disadvantage, etc.
Okay, that's a 13 now.
Got it. All right.
Not a crit fail.
All right. Just as a reminder, you get inspiration from doing cool things on top of fulfilling the inspiration requirement for your destiny.
Right.
So just as a casual reminder. But yeah, and also you only have a limit of one inspiration. Anyway, you look at this individual and they smile like, oh, of course. Yeah, we can head over to the governor's house and see what we can do to help out there, and see, and we'll be waiting for you, right?
Of course.
Understood. Thank you so
Now you
much.
guys get out of here. Me and my party are going to keep trying to evacuate people out of here.
Understood. Thank you so much. And the goblins, like walks past you, as well as the merfolk, like essentially swims ethereally past you and out of the records room. Uh, Carthon, Cal, and Referami, you guys are you've evacuated about like 5 people total, and the east wing is like burning. Like this, it has gone from like okay, at least you can see the catwalks to now like the smoke is like pouring out from the ground level like hallways.
We didn't start the fire.
But don't copyright strike us, please. Anyway,
Oh, so true.
I don't
uh,
think that was long enough for a copyright strike.
will
I
they
I
really copyright strike us for bad singing?
You never know. Anyway, the you guys do notice like the goblin and like this merfolk like with like files under their arms, like they run out. Like the merfolk smiles and like gives a little bit of a wave as they run.
Yeah, Splurbud must have rescued them.
Uh, but yeah, the it seems like unless you guys wish to
Um,
make more personal risk.
as I see them leaving, they're clearly able-bodied. I'm gonna call over to them and direct them to each help carry another person who's not able-bodied out.
I'm I'm sorry. We gotta get out of here. I got a little bit of a cramp, and they continue to
And what do you
run.
think they have?
They are running.
Fucking useless cowards.
Cowards.
There's look, they're civil.
Well,
Look, whatever they are, they're civilians. We can't expect that. It's nice when they help, but we can't expect that of them.
Right. Guess you people up on these rings don't know how to be considerate then. Anyway, do you have the manuals? I hope those two didn't run off with it. They were carrying a
No,
lot of papers.
I've got the manual. They've got other files for other inventions, but I've got the manual for the bunker.
Right. So we're gonna head back to the bunker. Or are you guys still gonna try to save people here? I'm gonna look for my sister.
I will say, you guys are if you're going to continue to do rescues in this factory, it is going to be extremely difficult to do it without taking any damage.
Also, shouldn't
Honestly,
this place have a sprinkler system?
have those been invented in this setting?
I will say, there is a sprinkler system in this factory. It is OSHA compliant, but despite the fact that like the sprinklers are spinning, there is no water coming out.
Well, I don't
So
know what's up with that, but Calzias, I think we've saved as many people as we reasonably can. I mean, come on, we saved five people who probably would have died without us. Um, I feel like we should get out of here because, especially because it sounds like we don't know if there's any more of those bunkers here.
how many of the people we saved are capable of walking on their own?
probably two of them are able to walk on their own and like get out, but like three of them are
Okay.
injured in some way and or like borderline 0 HP.
All right, I'd be happy to carry as many as Rava can carry on per back.
Mrr.
Yeah, Rava at least has to get out of here. I don't want to subject her to being burned.
It's not a fun way to go. Well, let's load two of them up on Rava's back.
Uh,
We can carry the other
Um,
one out.
by the way, Kelsize, unless do you have any information specifically that Myelthel would be here? You just mentioned her, so I wasn't sure.
No, I'm just look for her in general since she seems to have disappeared.
Oh, I see. I agree. Yeah, we should do that.
First place I'm thinking of looking would be City Hall.
Yeah, I guess that's true. Back in that main town. Okay. All right. Well, that's
And if we're lucky, maybe there'll be more impact shelters of in places of import, like City Hall.
yeah, you're right. When you say City Hall, do you mean Marmalade City Hall or the City Hall of that main town with that I forget the name of?
Tenderly.
Tenderly, thank you.
That's the one that's the place where Mayatha worked at, right? Or was it a different town?
That
No,
was
no, no. I think she works all over. the rings.
You're right,
She's a
actually.
traveling bureaucrat, but she did work mainly in she did like work her magic in Tenderly. That's why you guys were teleported here.
And then yeah, I'll try to get back to the city hall in Tenderly.
All right.
We can go together if you'd like. There's honestly there's no particular place that I need to be.
Uh, as like you guys begin to like head on out, uh, like the here's becoming like more overbearing. I'm gonna have all of you guys make con saves as you guys are heading out.
Okay.
The people going with you will fail. Like they are, I imagine like Referami, you'll take a moment to like stabilize them as like the heat becomes a little bit overwhelming. But I am gonna have need you guys to make a con save to be like, this is against fire.
Okay.
If you are resistant to fire, you can roll
Oh
with
fuck!
advantage.
Warm Nat want to know.
Oh
I'll
my god.
roll.
What were you saying about if we're resistant to fire?
If you're resistant to fire, you can have advantage on this.
Yeah,
I am not resistant to fire. I am a frog. I dry out.
You're drying out. No, I relate
I'm
to the frog
drying
owner.
out.
Should
Oh
I have
my
Rava roll
god.
as well? I assume I should.
Yes.
Okay.
I was gonna say I can give guidance to
Oh,
somebody
good.
who needs it, but it's
Guidance
too
doesn't
late now.
really help with saving throws. I don't believe.
Rava got a
Uh,
12. Not
No,
bad
I think
on
saving
it's
20.
throws are like
ability
I think
checks.
saving throws are like the one thing that it specifically does not help with.
All right, nice.
All right. Cool. Cool. You guys.
Yeah, the bless does.
Yeah, you guys. Uh, Cal. Cal, Rava, Carthon, Referami, you all take 1 point of fire damage.
Ow. All right.
Spurbod, you take 6.
I immediately just fucking die.
Really?
No, I have 12 HP. That is not. I do not
Oh.
actually die. I am.
Oh, okay.
being
Well, you're
just-
immediately bloodied.
I am immediately bloody. That is true.
So we have one bloodied, one critical.
Another bloodied.
Oh shit! I also have to have Rodgel roll as well.
Yeah.
Yeah,
All right.
being-
I'm at 8 out of 12 HP, which is not great, but it's not bloodied yet. And Rava is at 18 out of 19 HP, which is actually very good.
Three out of 10.
Rodgel failed. They are going to take the full 3 points of damage.
No.
They're down to
They are at
one.
1 HP.
Oh my god. I think the kid needs to go to the impact shelter and just hunker down.
Yeah, and like,
Absolutely.
and as like you guys are like running down, like helping these along, like you guys are all like beginning to suffer. The I'm not. It's not dramatic enough to be like explosions behind you, but like as you guys like leave out the front door, the and like finally into like cold air, like the smoke has gone from like black to like a hodgepodge of different colors. It is very clear that it's not just like carbon that's being burned. There's more things burning here. And like
It almost feels like this place was sabotaged.
or
Might be magic.
or maybe just shit has gone down very quickly as you guys are as you guys head on out. The first of all, the two automatons in front looking like, ah, hello, Mr. Ravenlade. Have you dealt with the emergency? You look up and the factory is burning, like beginning to lose structural integrity.
As best as we can.
Thank you so much for assisting Marmalade Manufacturing Incorporated.
Stupid bucket of bolts.
We will send a gratitude to the Church of the Life Weave as soon as we can.
A gratitude.
Great. All right.
And,
Well,
and I will say like as like you guys leave, the two people who were moving or who are able to like move and like ran out. They're like, yeah, that's them. That's them. They come on, guys, and like they like run on up with like a few like other like commoners who are like getting people like off Rava and like, okay, thank you, thank you. It, thank you guys. I don't know who you are, but thank you. Like this human smiles like I don't know what we would have done. We I was covered in some scrap. I thought I was gonna die out back there.
Hey, I'm glad we could help you.
Sorry we couldn't do more.
Also that.
I
Your threat is still destined to play out further into the tapestry.
I
Do what you can with it.
he smiles and like tilts his head at you like th- thanks. You
Yeah, I don't know much about the life we've. Referami here is just a priest of some kind.
you you guys are heroes. J- j-
Well,
just what RK Wilder is saying. We need you guys are you guys are heroes.
thank you.
I I need to find my family.
We are just citizens like you. Go find your family.
But
May they be well.
if you have a chance to be a hero, though, if you could help anybody, please follow our example and do that.
He smiles and like of course, sir. Uh, what are your names?
My name's Carthon Zalros. I'm from the Far Quarter. This is my cousin. Wants to Calzias, who may or may not introduce himself.
Uh, I'll just say Calzias.
Referami.
Looks at Surbod.
Oh shit. Splur. Splur.
Looks at this
Uh,
frog person.
Look, I get loopy when I'm dried out. Splurbot Anatolius, at your service.
You're heroes. Okay? You guys are heroes. And like this human smiles and like takes a few steps back, like hands forward and like turns around and like Bean's like hustling down the street and like heroes and like just like gives you guys like a fist bump into the air and like a few of the other civilians like chuckle and like oh I'm happy that the fire didn't kill Silas's spirit.
Yeah, guess so. Anyway, I'm going to turn to the clearly very injured Splurbod and Beam and um Referami. I do I do actually, I forget if I told you this, Referami. I did find 3 healing potions among the governor's stash when he gave me that key. It looks like you all might be wanting one, so I'd be happy to give them out if you want.
I and like Beam has disassociated from the situation. Their hands are on their shins and like breathing heavily. Jeez. I don't think it's what potions.
Yeah, you want one? I got 3 of them.
Yeah, I'll
Beam, you're
Let's just
taking
drink this
one.
potion.
All right, I'll give him one of the health potions and take that out of my inventory.
they will happily grab it and just I've I've never actually drank one of these things. Do I just chug it down? Do I hold my nose?
I think you just drink it. I don't know if I've ever actually had one either.
It burns mightily. Brace yourself.
Burns might not be the best choice of words, Referami.
Is Referami messing with him right now?
Probably. Uh,
It's just a slight little half smile
Uh,
as I'm looking at him.
Beam opens up the potion and like they pinch their nose and chug it down, and like they like drink it like quickly and like pulls it away and like squints and like this. It tastes like cherries.
Oh God. Do health potions taste like Tylenol?
No, but they are branded.
Rolled on your max health. Very cool.
Oh hell yeah!
Yeah, no. They yeah. These potions definitely like have some sort of brand advertising, and is like cherry flavored. Uh, the corporate corruption does not stop. Uh,
That's refreshing.
It's the quenchiest.
and like they look at you and like, man, this is either the heat killed my taste buds or made things weird, or they like look at you, riff around me, like they just go a little bit quiet. They take a little bit of deep
Uh,
breath and like nods. Mm, tasty soup.
So you also took one, Referami.
I did, yes.
Okay, that's
Thank
fine. I'll
you.
just mark that out of my inventory. So I got one
That
more.
that put me at six or plus six. So I'm 9 out of 10, thankfully. So practically back to normal.
I don't need it. I'm at 14 out of 15.
Okay. So
I'll offer you a sip from my water skin. Seems like you could use a little more of this.
I would be much obliged.
as
For for a potion or a drink of water.
A drink of water. I can.
Okay, all right, just
uh,
checking.
Are you saying you don't want the potion?
yeah, mix the potion with a little bit of water. Make like a frog cocktail.
No, no, I'll be fine.
A
All
frog
right,
tail. Wait.
frogs don't have tails.
As
Most of them don't have much.
as you guys begin to like head away from the, I imagine you guys are walking away from the factory.
Not
Uh,
since the accident, at least.
uh, the the factory collapses. Uh, presume
All right, okay. I didn't think that would happen that quickly.
like
Good.
as you guys like get back, like get like a safe distance away, and like the immediate like town center of Marmalade goes on fire. Not the nursing home. The nursing home is like well out of the range of like city center, but this once prosperous baking village is now beginning to collapse in on itself.
Okay. All right. Well, we didn't find anything in there, any other escape pods. So, I mean, if anybody wants to get in the one into the nursing home, now might be the best time.
Uh, I will say like
Oh,
there's still some time to be like to still like evacuate from the nursing home. It's not like it's gonna burn down soon. I'm just saying like this village is beyond fucked.
Oh no, I get that. Just yeah, I mean, we have the band back together. I'm not really sure what our other goals are other than finding those NPCs, but that seems more like a matter of wandering around and hoping we get lucky, which might not be the case. That's just Carthon's thought process right now.
Your thoughts go to your dreams, Referami, and the people you saw,
Yeah.
and wondering why of those people, why did you see them?
Check that again.
As do you guys wish to stop by the nursing home real quick? or are you guys heading just all together back to Tenderly?
Eh,
It's up to you guys. Yeah, I'm looking at the dream right now. The only one that I know on there is, well, no, we checked out a couple of them. We checked out Governor Glads's place. We still need to find my Elphil. One of them was about Carthon, so yeah. But also I didn't have that dream, so yeah.
Um, I think as the factory collapses, before we move on, Ref Rami's gonna take a moment and just say a silent prayer for those we weren't able to save from the factory. Send up a prayer for the well-being of those we were able to save, and hope that they make it as well.
It's it's a familiar feeling. You take a moment and focus, and you feel strong connections, of particularly between the people around you right now. But you feel like a few new connections from the people you saved, and you feel the dangles of the people who've been lost. You guys have leveled up.
Oh wow.
Oh
Level
shit!
up.
Level 2.
That was
Yeah.
abrupt. My
That is
God.
okay, great.
Yeah, I yeah, you guys have secured an escape route at least for yourselves.
Well, maybe not because I mean I don't know this, but
Yeah.
Splorbod told those others about the mayor's escape teleportation thing.
Yeah,
So
but
yeah,
He
but
did.
but you guys have saved multiple individuals. You have dealt with some situations, and you guys have proven yourself as heroes.
get at least in that guy's estimation. Well, hey, I'm not complaining about leveling up. Great, very cool. Are we continuing with the session?
You guys can deal with your level up. How you guys can deal with it later, but right now I'm just letting you
Fine.
know you guys have leveled up to level 2.
Oh, okay, all right. Sorry, I wasn't sure since it sounded like an end of the session kind of thing. But all
No, but
right, cool.
I'm
I
just letting you
will I
guys know
will appreciate that.
you guys have acquired enough experience. Uh, also, Rod Gell has leveled up.
Oh,
Hell
so
yeah!
level
Uh, they
What did I
one
become?
maybe.
they have become a level 1 something.
The level one wizard clearly.
Uh,
Definitely.
yeah, they have they have assisted and they have earned the right to finally pick up a level from all the stress that they've had to deal with for the past few days.
There's been a lot. I got to see what a second level fighter even gets, but later.
But yeah,
Anyway, yeah. So I guess if so, it seems like we do at least have a couple more hours before the whole ring collapses. So if we want to go back to Tenderly to check out those other parts of the vision, then why not?
Again, uh,
Yep.
Cal is just worried about his sister. He's kind of
Yeah.
that weird dream is in the back of his mind.
Yeah.
He's worried that the governor is dead, but unless somehow the blame is pinned on him, it's not his problem.
Yeah. Um.
The end of the world is a little more pressing at the moment.
Yeah. Wasn't the governor alive in the dream? I didn't check.
you guys didn't see the governor in the dream.
Okay. Well,
And
yeah.
I
We should.
didn't tell you what my dream was.
All right. Cool. Yeah. I
Out
feel
of
like we should
character, out of character. Cal was framed for it, but
frame for.
seemingly.
Oh, that was the mayor of Tenderly. For some reason, I thought it was the mayor of. I thought it was the mayor of Blacksoot.
No, it was the mayor of Tenderly in Calzaius's
Yeah.
thing.
Okay, never mind. Yeah, well, I do feel like we should go back to Tenderly anyway, because there are more people to help there, and most of the NPCs, like Myelthil, and also many more people, and maybe more escape routes that we don't know about. Like, I think Undercity Hall is actually a great idea for possibly a place.
And
I don't know.
there's definitely two Dragonborns who definitely need someone to pick them up at
Oh
the
yeah,
at
those two kids.
at the very least,
Yeah, those
And a
two
mouse
kids.
folk and a halfling.
and a halfling. Quite a few individuals.
Yeah. Sounds to me like
Um,
back to town it is.
Hmm.
Question: Are we rolling for HP or are we taking the average?
I would prefer if you took average, but if you want to roll
Yeah,
for it, we can do that.
I'm good. I'm not brave enough. I'm taking the
Yeah,
average.
I always take average, so that's what I'll do.
Perfectly average as all things should be.
Yeah, except in Freddy's campaign, since he makes you roll.
Tragic. Anyway, you guys begin to head on back, and you're not gonna leave anyone at the nursing home. You're taking Beam with you.
If he wants to come, that's fine with me. It's not my
How
partner.
is he look? How is he looking?
He looks fine. He drank that healing potion, looking pretty fine.
And he got a
All
level,
right.
so that's even more hit points.
Also true. Uh, if he was looking still bloodied, I probably would have insisted that he just stay in the bunker. Uh,
But you
but
but you guys get
if
him
if he
posted.
is looking fine, we could use the help.
They are more than happy to come along. You guys, uh, as you guys are moving along, you guys hear a loud snap as you guys are with Rava like heading back towards Tenderly. There's a loud snap that you guys can hear, and it's weird. Uh, for those without a perception proficiency, you just hear the loud snap and like feel the slight shockwave of like some sort of force. For the rest of you, for those with proficiency in perception, you're able to pick up something that this was a much louder sound from very far away. Something has exerted so much pressure that caused a snap that if it was this loud this far away, you would believe it probably would be heard in the far quarter on the second ring, maybe even the third ring. Cough, cough. One of the main supports of the first ring has begun to break down and like snapped under its own weight.
I see.
Yeah,
Okay.
I would
Uh,
imagine it is kind of similar to. I imagine it'll be similar to a support beam in a mine or when a cave in happens. Basically, something gave in. It's similar to that type of sound, right?
Yeah. From here on out, just for flavor, there will be certain points where like the ground seems to like move in a weird direction. Not like enough to like cause like constant earthquakes. Just you feel the shifting of like the ground beneath you and like jerks as the supports are beginning to crumble.
inter well, interesting, but also incredibly scary. All right, very cool. How
Yeah,
thick? How thick is each ring?
Uh, like the thickness of like the ring is probably like multiple miles. Like
Okay,
well, okay, the first ring is probably like the support areas that are like that you're walking around like Marmalade. I'm sorry. The ring itself is probably the thinnest of them all. They're probably like 1-2 miles wide. The discs are massive. They're massive throughout all five of the rings. But like the first ring, given that was the first one, and they just needed to get something up into the air, very like the support, like the ring around, is very thin in comparison to all the others.
All right.
Uh, but as you guys begin to head on back to Tenderly, uh, once again, beyond the people like hustling, riding carriages, doing their own thing, and like asking questions, asking for your assistance, the snap seems to have activated something, and it becomes painfully apparent as you guys come up to the back to the village of Tenderly, as there is pandemonium. People are like running out from from the city, but there are significantly more like injuries, bodies. There appear like people running around with blades. Like you see a few people just straight up getting stabbed by other commoners.
Yeah.
People are going nuts as some people seem to be like running outdoors. Some people have begun to take up looting. Few people are just sitting down along the roads, quiet. Various radio broadcasts, people yelling.
I hate to say this. I don't know if we can help anybody.
Can't help any of them until they calm down.
Let's just keep going.
I will say you guys do notice like there are some like vehicles like departing, flying up and around a mirror. You see like a few capable individuals. They've cast fly on themselves, and they are just physically flying away from the situation.
Goodbye.
Like they,
Are they even able to make it to the second ring with just this fly spell?
given that it's very close because of the alignment day, they're taking their bets.
Yeah. And I don't know. Anyone who's able to cast fly probably has the spell slots to be able to cast it twice. Probably.
Maybe, I mean, anyone with anyone with the spell fly is gonna be guaranteed to live.
Yeah.
Which
All right.
and anyone who is anyone probably has a friend who knows fly.
I
I'm
mean,
just
I
I'm
can't.
just I'm just saying.
Or something that can grant it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm just saying out of character. Cough cough. Fifth level adventurers or higher, they are taking their own precautions and they are using their powers to save them cough cough themselves and a few others. But they are
Yeah, fair.
getting out of here.
Got it.
Question. Uh, are there, those sirens that go off when either an air raid or a nuclear strike is gonna happen, or if a reactor is entering meltdown? Do those sirens exist in this world?
Uh,
And more importantly, are they going off?
Yeah.
there are probably like announcement like there's probably like announcements of like actually I think it's more appropriate to be like there are sirens like ways to like communicate throughout the entire ring in like a case of emergencies. They are silent.
Sounds
That's
not great. All right. But all right. Yeah.
It's like nobody anticipated a major emergency at this far into to like these decades of peace, nobody would have nobody was prepared for anything like this.
Nobody could have
So
seen this
basically, some
coming.
politician was like, "Oh, this is never gonna happen. We could cancel this emergency awareness program."
Yeah, they can cut the funding
Yeah, this is
anyway.
the anyway. Yeah, there are ways to communicate to the masses beyond just the radios. That is not being used.
Okay. Yeah, no, honestly, I have no idea what to do here. I guess the closest thing I can think of is Referami like using the using leadership, but that seems like an enormous ask. I think that, people would keep
Well,
doing this regardless.
I got that, and I also have thaumaturgy. So
Thaumaturgy is you're gonna need to take some time just to calm down like a small group of people.
Yeah, I don't think we have time for this, and even if
I
we do that, then what?
no, I think just as we're going, like I will use thaumaturgy and whatever authority I can muster in the process of us moving on our way to just like call out certain things, like, "Hey, you help them. You knock that off. Just trying to help guide the people who need the help as best I can, and using thaumaturgy to make my voice boom louder to make it better heard over the sounds of everything going on." I think that's given what's going on right now, I think that's probably the best that we could do without actually stopping and risking not just ourselves but also our mission to save the ones that we're looking for.
Got it.
Yeah.
I will say like you hear like there's like a lot of different comments like of like people yelling around like there's like groups moving. There are people moving with purpose like looters of course like green like grab all the shit, uh, grab all the money. People who are running with their families just like let's just get out of here. A few people are like we need to get to the teleportation DS now. We need to get out of here. We need to get out of here. We need to get out of here. And then people are just running around. And like you're able to like calm a few people. Uh, However, a group of civilians do come up to you guys, and they have like swords out, and like they immediately like approach like about five of them, and just like, guy, you all, your dinosaur, we need it.
Are you serious right now?
Yes,
What do you need it for?
we
What do you
need
need her for?
we need your dinosaur to get us out of this place.
And what exactly do you
Define
think she's
this
gonna be able
place.
to do?
We
She
need
I'm
doesn't have a
sorry.
Yeah.
big rod.
we need to get out of here. We cannot stay in Tenderly. We need to find where
I-
where we're gonna get help.
And
A
instead of
couple.
bothering us, you just go towards the teleportation dice and get out of here.
There's
You're
too
wasting your time and you're wasting ours.
there's too many people there, and there's and like another person from this group speaks up. There are people killing each other over there, arguing who's being teleported and what. And
Where
Okay.
exactly do you think you're going to go with the dinosaur
Yeah,
that's
we
going to
we've
get you away from this?
I
we've been out there. There's nowhere to go. I'm sorry to tell you. Also,
I
no, you can't have her.
I need you guys to roll initiative.
All
Wait, before
right,
that, before that,
you guys are Drew. You know what? Yeah,
I
it's a,
I need you guys to think about how this is gonna go. If you really think
They they are
you're gonna be able to kill us before we kill any number of you and take Lava,
these
we
guys might
might as
have
well
levels.
stab
I
each
don't
other right
know.
now.
Hey, yes.
unfortunately, these guys are too desperate.
That's
To
fine. Hey,
to
so society's collapsing. This is seems realistic enough to me.
Initiative. Here we go. There's no
Um,
combat encounter.
yeah, you have to start combat.
give me a second.
I don't
I
know.
will
These
take.
guys might have levels. How
We
many are there?
we are going.
Can we level up just so we have the extra HP, and even if we're not picking features yet?
That's fair. Uh,
I haven't figured out how to do it. I wouldn't get anything relevant for this except more HP though. So yeah.
Yeah, I need to look at the options again, but just so I have the extra HP.
In order to do it, you just go, you right click on, you go to the features tab on your character sheet. You right click on you right click on your like class feature. So like for me, it's the little one that says Marshall under the class feature thing. Right click on that, then go up to where the level is on the top right corner and switch that from a 1 to a 2. It'll bring up the right a dialogue that gives you all of the things that you are choosing. So like for
And we
me it was
Once you
the
exit the window, yes.
yeah, once you exit the window. For me, or hit enter actually. You can also hit enter and it'll do that without closing the window.
and if we didn't
It'll
pick anything, we could just open this page again, right?
yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll
You
do it
guys
this
can.
after I roll initiative.
Yeah, you guys can roll initiative.
And automatically take the extra HP we would have gotten on the level up.
Yeah.
Cool.
All right.
Uh, don't worry. For some reason, I was unable to find out how to. There we go.
Huh. I don't know why I had advantage on that.
I had two Carthons out. I apologize.
Oh, okay. I can just take the 12 since that one was first.
Yeah, I think it recorded the 12.
All right.
Rodgell also rolled a 3.
Rip.
Uh,
Uh, could you refer me? Dragon?
3 nat
Sorry
ones?
for a second.
Wait, no, you rolled a d8.
You will have to click on yourself and then click
Hold on, I
initiative.
That was my hit points.
gotta bring the front. Okay.
He
Oh,
rolled for hit points.
oh
Yep.
no.
Why did he roll?
Oh no, huge rip.
Oh my god.
Thankfully, I have a house rule where you at least take 3.
Oh, all right. I didn't know if that applied to this campaign or not. I
I
thought it might
I'm
just
I'm
be
gonna
every
allow
course.
it, but oofta.
Yeah,
All right.
that's a oofta. All right. Initiative. Where am I? There I am. Would I be able to use my insight as my initiative? I have a sensing motives
No,
specialty.
no,
No,
no.
just pure dex.
I would probably argue like intimidation.
Well,
I think
intimidation authority.
yeah, I think your intimidation. You were yelling at these people as they begin to engage you. I would make it more. I think that would be better for intimidation.
Okay.
I'm just use Dex, of course, since it's my best stat anyway. It's the normal one.
Wait, we don't have to roll dex for initiative? I forgot about
No, you can use different skills.
that. Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Okay,
like
so
depending on what
one
you're
was
doing,
a
what you're doing when combat happens. If you can make an argument for it, I would probably allow it. It's like a if you're like performing before combat, like playing with like a instrument, then like I would like performance. If you're like calmly talking to someone, persuasion. If you're trying to track someone, survival. Yeah,
Um, could I use pretty much animal handling all the time then? If at least if I'm riding Rava.
if you're writing Rava, then yeah,
All right. Even if I did that this time, it's only an extra +1, so it wouldn't change the order of anything. All right, I might do that in the future though.
how
yeah.
can I use strength for initiative?
I mean,
I
you could
I,
do
I I don't think it would matter in this case, my guy.
I mean, if you're doing something, Carthon, maybe you'd be able to use Dex and Animal Handling for initiative, but that's neither here nor there right now. Spurball, you're
I'll
up
deal with that
first.
later.
All right. Quick question. You did mention so we are leveling up, and I think someone mentioned leveling up to get the HP, but not necessarily making choices about like stuff.
Yeah, because I don't know what the choices are. I need to look at that. But
Cough, cough.
Can
These are commoners.
okay. I just want to know if these. I just want to know if my new maneuvers are in fact an option.
Which ones are they?
I have taken shoulder check and double team, both from the Sanguine Knot.
Uh,
I don't think I can use, or actually, no, I can. I could use double team, because that's a bonus action. I couldn't use shoulder check anyways because it's a reaction and the circumstances aren't right. Uh,
I'm more than happy to look at those a little bit later.
all right. Let's see. I'm still worried. I'm still worried about Beam. I'm gonna go ahead and go up here, and it's T to target. Yes. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead. Uh, these are these are commoners. I think I'm gonna go for bludgeoning damage to start with. Uh, I don't exactly want to just straight up like slice them in half. Uh, Leave that until after they've made their own attacks. That is a 22 to hit and 6 bludgeoning damage.
Yeah, they go down. You as like they scream and like they're like about to strike you, you just bop them on the face first, and they fall to the ground.
All right, I would like to just knock them
I
down. I,
know,
I
but
do not want them to.
it's saying dead, but yeah,
Okay, I just wanted to double check, but yeah.
yeah, that you take them down quite easily.
All right. You can split up movement, right?
Yes,
All right, so that was just 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm gonna go ahead, go up to this guy, and I'm just gonna stand in his way.
got it,
And that'll be my turn, I think.
got it. Commoners are gonna go. This guy's gonna come up right up to Rodgel, screaming. That is going to be a hit, a good old 1 point of ow to the face.
I don't know if you guys saw it the same. On my end, the D20 was public, but the D4 wasn't for some reason. The D4 was
That is not important
yeah,
right
that's
now.
question marks. It's not important, no, but it's funny.
It is very much funny. This dude is going to.
Question. Um, since who was the one that I was talking to?
I think the one you're talking to is gonna run up and smack you.
Gotcha.
That is going to be a hit against you, Referami. You are taking 2 points of damage as you are. This guy comes on up with a essentially a blade and stabs you like slashes at your side and actually gets through their armor. Like this dude with gusto, just like just give us the dinosaur and we will stop. Please. They have the look of desperation. Carthon. These fools are trying to take your dinosaur. Your Freyan.
Yeah, I know. I feel sorry for them. Yeah, no, seriously, I do feel very sorry for them. I don't want to attack them on this turn. They're not really doing much damage. I do just want to make a plea. Hey, we can't help you right now. I'm sorry. Maybe you can help yourselves. I don't know if there's anything we can do, but just trying to kill us, it's not going to accomplish anything. Having a dinosaur, she can't even carry all of you.
Uh, make a persuasion check at disadvantage.
These creatures are not friendly, right?
They are not friendly.
Okay, so my second level feature would not be relevant here, but all right, I will make that check. Um, because the heroic flare allows me to have advantage on friendly creatures with persuasion checks if they're a lower CR than my fighter level, which I'm pretty sure these guys are. Okay, that's gonna be a disadvantage. Don't have any. Yeah, no, I don't have any specialties with this. Okay, disadvantage.
The thing I love a lot about uh,
Still a 17.
there's a little bit of a pause, and we'll have to get back to the commoner's turn, but they are shaking. They are desperate, and you have to wait until they respond until it's their turn.
Literally shaking and crying right now.
Yeah,
Fair enough.
is that your turn?
All right. Oh yeah, that's my turn. I'll stay where I am and everything.
Got it. Referami, your go.
I understand your fear, your frustration. This is not the way to do it. You will not take this dinosaur, this innocent creature. Leave now, no further harm will come to you. And I'm going to use arcing below
Got it.
and wallop him with my mace.
You have to hit them first, but then that lightning
Uh-huh.
damage will happen. Uh, I believe a 10 hits a commoner. Uh, yeah, you bop this guy, and he goes down. And like it arcs off a little bit to anyone you want to bop with 1 point of damage. A person above you or a person to your left.
It's only got to reach a 5, so
Never mind.
yeah, just zap off and then just dissipate.
Yeah, it just bobs and this guy falls to the ground. Uh, Unfortunately, I think with lightning damage you are unable to keep it non-lethal.
Wow, you just killed that guy. So much for the life weave.
Uh, Unless we want to make like a
And it's up to Referami. If he wants to kill that guy, that's fine with me.
I think
I'm just zapping him
I
from
think
a
with
jolt.
I think with
We just out here. We
extreme
just out here murdering people now. It's
Yeah,
fine.
I'm literally a medic in Battlefield, just running around with
It's
the defib.
Yeah,
fine.
you'd stabilize him after if you feel like it.
I think these people are just so weak and desperate. They are not going to survive any sort of lethal intent. Unfortunately. Anything else on your turn,
Sorry.
Referami? As even with as you are once again reminded how fragile human life can be, even as you try to restrain yourself.
I am going to move over here. And as this guy drops, I'm just gonna turn and walk over here, glaring at the others.
Got it.
Leave now,
All right.
and that'll end my turn.
Got it. Ragel, seeing what you're doing, Spurbod, they don't have a bludgeoning weapon. They're gonna pick up the club from this guy who just died, and they're going to do the you know big old tactics, the good old bonk in the head technique. Let me add a real quick a club. They do get a expertise. That is going to be a uno point of bonk.
Let's go, my boy.
Just smacks this dude. I'm sorry, no, 3 points of bonk as just smacks this dude in the head, and just like looks at them and like I think this is like the first time Rodgal's like swung with like to like an organic creature like in a life or death situation. They're like standing there, taking a few deep breaths. Calzias.
Yeah, this dude next to me is he that actual enemy there or
That is an actual enemy.
yeah, these people they had the chance to just leave. I'm just gonna try to knock them out, so just gonna hit them with my maul.
Got it. Wallop.
Strength.
Wallop.
Question.
Get him with that mega bop.
18 for 6 damage.
Remember,
Dream
press.
Oh wait,
blockage.
no,
Press.
9 damage.
Yeah, press a T. Like put your mouse over a target. Press T to target them, and then roll.
Got it.
So that it can be like, oh, you're attacking this creature with this. It automatically calculates if it hits in damage. But
So I know this probably isn't the intent, but if these guys have like only 4 HP, then that's lethal anyway, since it
yeah,
heals twice
Double.
that.
I'm gonna be honest. This dude ragdolls and smashes against the wall.
Fucking
Goes
fucking
tumbling in the
TF
dirt.
fucking
Okay,
TF
seriously, I
insert
was not
TF2
trying to
ragdoll
kill
gif.
Yeah,
I mean,
Editor,
you are a
editor,
barbarian.
find a ragdoll gif from TF2 to put here.
yeah.
Freaking hell.
I say knowing full well that you are the editor and you're probably not going to do that.
I'm not.
This is becoming a strange trend where I try to not kill somebody and I kill them.
Yeah.
Oh my god, he killed Kenny!
You,
Sorry.
you Dragonborn. Anyway, Spurbod. I'm sorry. Is there anything else you wanted to do, Calzias? Take a moment to consider that you're really buff now.
Uh, you know what? I feel bad, but just face the other people. Hopefully, with 2 of them dead, the rest of them just run.
All right,
And
it is time.
I'm going to, just to hammer in the point, I'm going to walk. How do we move again?
WSD, but I think since I moved, actually, let's go back. Yeah, now
Oh, there we go.
yeah, no, technically I moved
I'm
on
just
to
gonna
you.
move. I'm just gonna move here.
Got it.
All right. I believe if that's back to my turn, I am targeting. I would like to bonk again. So let's bonk.
Go to bonk. Le bonk.
That is a 19. That's 5 damage. So if it's 4
Le
HP
bonk.
there, le bonk. All right. I would like to move right here, and that'll be my turn.
Got it. I think this dude, this last dude is going to scream and like a animal, with its tail tucked between his legs. It's gonna run. Do any of you guys want to take an attack of opportunity?
No.
No.
No, if he's just running,
Blood for the blood god. I mean, no.
Uh, Rod Rodgel swings and misses this dude as they run. And, like look and like looks to like the back, like looks to you guys and like realizes you guys didn't swing, and they just. I think like the immediate lesson of like like treating surrender comes to mind, and immediately there's a look of "I'm sorry" on Rodgel's face.
Hey, it happens. It happens. Um, I look at the at least I don't actually know if Calzias killed that guy, but at least one person died.
Uh,
Um,
I will say, if I hit them with that much more force than I thought I did, I imagine there is a bit of blood on the mall, so I guess you can see that.
oh, like, I honestly, I'm out of character. I'm not mad. Yeah, it happens. Anyway, well, I wish that had gone better, but that's somebody's fault. Let's keep moving on. I hope that the unconscious ones don't die, but I guess there's nothing we can really do for them.
Not
Ah,
really, no.
it's just depressing. All right, let's keep going. But hey, that was our first combat with everybody involved, so cool.
And as
Yeah,
you guys are running, I'm just going to be completely honest. Somebody runs on up and just like, wait, and like you look at this individual. They appear to be like half elven. They are dressed in like military armor and like sergeant, sergeant, and like looks to you for a bod. You and like look like you see like they're like looking at your pin, like looking back at you,
what's
sergeant.
going on?
We, sir, we have we have established a safe house. We are beginning our own evacuation procedures. And like looks at
That's great.
and like looks at like the rest of you guys and like we are giving priority to the innocent. And they like look to the rest of you guys with like squinted eyes and like I'm sorry, not squinted eyes, wide eyes and like visible panic as they just walk past the rest of you guys and like to Spurbod and just shoves and like they write down what appears to be an address and just hands it to you, Spurbod. Please gra- save as many people as you can and then head there yourself, okay?
I'll do so.
And do you need any assistance with any of these people here? Uh,
Do we
These.
still have a couple people with us, or did we leave them with
I'm
some
pretty
others
sure he's
before we
referring
came in?
to the unconscious people on the ground next to us.
uh,
Yeah,
I'm going to make a quick charisma check on this panicked individual. No, they are actually referring to the other party members.
Oh, okay.
They are asking. I think it's pretty easy to pick up on because they're panicked and they're not really holding back their emotions. Do we need to kill these guys?
insert the I think we might have to kill this guy meme.
Ah,
No,
nuts.
they were merely desperate and not thinking properly. They are civilians in need of assistance as well.
They look at you, Spurbod. Do we need to take care of these individuals?
No, the
I will.
no the
Half giant.
half giant is telling the truth.
Uh,
These these this one is my student, gesturing to Beam, and these three and the dinosaur have been assisting me in evacuation. And the ones you see on the ground, exactly as the half giant said, they were confused and desperate, but who isn't in these times? If we can get them to the safe room, then they have my blessing.
understood. I need to type something down. But yeah, they nod and like, I understand. Then, then, and like they go and they wrap their arm around one of the civilians, like picks them up, shoulder style, and like begins like moving through the streets.
Um, before they do that, Cal will stop him and just ask, "Hey, you guys are helping evacuate important people from the town, right?
We we are saving as many as we can.
Have you or any of the other soldiers encountered a dragonborn look similar to me, female?"
History?
Good question.
No, I have not seen. Honestly, I'm gonna make them roll with disadvantage because stress. No, have not seen.
Hmm. Uh, Calcius, weren't you looking for two Dragonborn kids as well?
Yeah, I was. Uh, Out of character. They were green dragonborn, right?
I think
I thought they were like copper.
I don't
The
remember.
yeah, they're copper.
No,
the
no. It was
person
something
who
with
was
acid. It was something with acid.
Yeah,
That
they're
I remember
copper
that.
dragonborns.
Okay. Oh, okay. Have you have okay? Have you found any dragonborn children? Copper scales.
I have not. I am here to save civilians. Please get out of my way.
All right.
Like they have the like 1,000 yard stare meme. Like they have been through some stuff and they are visibly bloodied.
I'll get out of his way.
And they are.
I take it smacking them to make them focus won't help.
Do you want to?
Not the way
Uh,
you smack
rolls a
things.
critical hit.
I won't smack them.
You smack them. Roll initiative.
I said I
Oh,
won't smack them.
I'm sorry. You don't smack them.
I won't.
Got it. Okay.
Roll initiative.
Never mind. Don't roll initiative. But yet,
But when he leaves, I'm just gonna tell Splorbot he's gonna get himself killed. He's
No,
not focusing
n-
on. He's
no,
not focusing on anything.
nobody's gonna question
Question.
that a military person walked up to Spurbod, gave them a note, looked like they were ready to kill the rest of you, and then walked off.
Sure, I'm a little curious about that. Splurbot, are you with the military? I don't know if well, actually, no, I do know that you said that you were like a sergeant to that robot. It didn't really click right now. Wow, you're actually that you must actually be pretty important.
Something like that.
All right.
Look,
So
if
why
we get,
was
if
your
we get,
military buddy ready to try to kill us just now?
look, I can't speak for that man's mental state, but I assume it's for a very similar reason that, and I gesture to the bodies because I presume he hasn't cleaned all of them up. These guys did. This
Yeah.
is chaotic times. Everyone's desperate. Everyone's not thinking right. And frankly, let's be honest, we all look like suspicious characters.
I mean, I don't think so. We're not actively killing anyone. Looks at the people who got killed. Never mind, actually.
That's why I said suspicious as opposed to outright hostile.
I see.
I mean,
It was in self-defense. They hit first.
I agree. I'm just saying I'm just saying I don't blame people for thinking we look suspicious because we do.
I guess that's fair. Okay, well, if since it sounds like actually, I guess do we know what's written on the note? I guess we don't. And
Uh,
he didn't say that the offer of aid was out loud. I don't think.
I think they said like bring civilians.
Okay, all right. Well, if that is an offer of help, I don't know if this branch of the military, the Indian military, has safe rooms either. I think we got everything that we need. So I mean, I'd be happy to help round people up if they need help.
Referami, would you like to guide the thought pattern in any sort of way?
Um, I think while this discussion is going on, I'm going to be looking around, trying to spot where we are, and the location that I saw Perry in my dream. Did I recognize where that was? I forget.
It's definitely not a place you've seen.
Okay, so I
You,
would know what I
but
was looking for then.
definitely like some sort of like hallway,
Okay.
and like I mean, you know where he's working. You know where he's been working.
I'm gonna look around. I know that what was the mouse folk? Melanie.
Yeah, you saw her at the teleportation dais.
Okay, how far away would that be? Could I get my bearings and determine if that's a good course of action to head to next?
That'd be like us, probably like a 5 minute walk from here. Pretty close.
All right. All right, listen, everybody. I need everybody's attention for a moment.
Mm.
I don't have time to go into details on it. I don't know how much detail I could even give you right now, given everything that's going on. But the the quick and short of it is, I had a vision. It was last night, right, or the night before?
It was last night.
Last night. Okay. I had a vision last night. Um, I saw a bunch of us variously. It's not good. We need to save who we can.
I'm
But I saw you, Splurblood, and you, Cal, you, Corthon, even the young lad over here, Mr. Beam.
Mr. Bean.
Beam.
Beam
I
looks at
like
Beam looks at you and like eyes wide and like you.
Beam looks at you, and for a moment, his eyes have that same vacant glare in them as Rowan Atkinson.
He Be,
You
Beam will look at you and like just wide eyed and like looks at Spurbod, looks back at you.
also saw um, a pair of Dragonborn youngins, possibly twins. I think they were copper. Um, also saw a mouse folk from the teleportation dais. They are in grave danger. More immediate than gestures around all of this. If we don't save these people, they will die. And that includes us. There is a chance to save everybody I saw in the vision, but we have to be quick and we have to find them.
Why didn't you tell us about this before?
Didn't have the time.
All
We had more
right.
important things in the moment that we needed to worry about.
All
But
right.
when we have the time, I will give you all the details that I can.
All
Would
right.
But
Well,
would
I
and
do know, and I'll look around, the mouse folk that I mentioned, they're about a 5 minutes walk that way. And I'll point the direction. So they are pretty close by.
wait, why those people? Why this mouse folk? Those dragonborn.
I don't know. Why you? I didn't know any of you until I saw you in that dream, and I met you today, but
And
I
what of
knew
my
you.
sister? If you dreamed of me and my cousin, you must have dreamt of her, right?
Do I remember anything about this cousin?
Uh,
Or sister, I
you
mean? I don't remember if I
you
saw them in the dream or not.
you think about it, and there was a very similar looking purple dragonborn. Sorry, not
Red.
sorry, red dragonborn.
purple.
Sorry.
I've heard of purple dragonborn. Okay, sorry.
You
I'm not
you you remember
spiral.
seeing another purple red dragonborn uh arguing against Calzias during their trial.
I remember vaguely there was a red dragonborn lady. She was arguing with you. I I don't think I caught a name though, but it was a very heated argument between you two. Something about a trial. That's all I can tell you right now. I don't know why these people specifically, why you specifically. I don't know why me specifically.
Trial.
But we have to find these people
What do
and
you
we have to
mean
save them if we
trial?
can. You were on trial for something. Uh, it didn't seem like.
I think this is like Cal.
Yeah,
You're able to like you you remember you remember like in essence like a part of the dream of like you did something terrible.
Yeah, I
yeah.
think I think we all remember our own parts of the dream.
Like
We
vague
did.
snippets.
Yeah, I think I remember something about Rava. I couldn't help her, so I stayed behind. That's mostly what I remember.
Teleportation dais.
Okay,
There wasn't
Oh,
room
it's
for
music.
Rava.
I see. Well, we're not trying to evacuate that way, so I don't know. I don't want to say that you're clearly a very spiritual person and magic is obviously real, but some of what you're saying just doesn't add up. Like we're not trying to evacuate from the dais, and Calzias wasn't even anywhere around the mayor when he died, so he has an alibi.
I don't think it's been mentioned the trial was about the mayor's death yet.
Oh, never mind.
Uh,
That's
Yeah,
no
no.
out of character. My bad.
but
Jeff said he was on
I
trial.
was name was
uh,
Okay.
that was in the
From
dream.
from what I remember, it seemed like you were a scapegoat for whatever it was that happened. It was something bad, but you were saying you didn't do it. And just from what I know of you already, I have reason to believe that. I don't think you were lying.
uh,
But that doesn't change the fact that we need to save these people and get out of here and find somewhere safe so that we can regroup and see what we can do.
Out of character, you actually did forget to mention one more person besides Perry.
Uh,
Uh,
Perry, yeah, Mr. What's his name?
Mr. Nowhere.
Nowhere. Yeah,
I don't even remember that guy, but all right.
I'm just letting you know.
yeah, no,
Fair enough.
I remembered him, but like as much as I want to save them, like right now, I don't know where they are, so
Fair,
unfortunately, they're lower on the list. We know that we're pretty close to Melanie.
fair,
We know we're fairly central here, so we can get to other people if they are here in town, but we need to act quickly.
fair enough.
Okay, fine.
Uh,
Say we do take stock in some nonsense dreams. Did you see where these people were?
Yes, but I don't know how much they'll necessarily help us because I don't recognize some of these places.
uh,
The twins I saw were at the inn where we stayed.
Beam looks at you, Spurbon, and like gives a look of like, what, what, what are we doing? What are we doing with this?
I'm I'm not sure I have answers for you, Beam.
You know what? I won't stop trying to look for my FL, but I'll keep a lookout for these other people you mentioned, especially those kids.
They're
The inn was gonna be the second place I looked anyway.
they're at the inn.
Yes, two Dragonborn children and coppers. I think they're, and he'll just kind of like rack his brain trying to remember the name. Um, uh,
Uh,
or something.
Ca-
Or Jan
Cal,
and
you know their names.
uh,
I
something with a
forgot
C.
the name. Fuck.
Chairbiter, chair thrower. It was chair
Chairbiter.
something.
It
I
is Chairbiter. I do not remember the sister's name.
Wait, Sharebiter what? Isn't one of like the Icelandic Yule lads or something?
no.
Probably don't know what I'm talking
Uh,
No,
about.
that's literally the boy's name, Chairbiter.
yeah,
Oh yeah,
literally
that's
name is
right.
Sharebiter. Rodgel looks to you guys and looks to you, Spurbon, and just, I, sir,
Yes.
do you want me to get them? Because I think I can get them.
I don't know much about prophecy, but I know this much. There's no way that it can ever be 100%. You said, and I'm pointing to Referami. You said Beam was alone.
No, I didn't.
I didn't say
Did
that
did
part.
you not?
Not yet.
Fuck.
No, I said that I saw him.
Yeah, that is true.
Referami. Fine then, I'll ask. Was anyone with Beam in your vision?
Yes, I believe there was. He was talking to somebody, but I don't think I saw them specifically
Yeah,
in the vision, if I remember
it
correctly.
was only one other person, but you weren't able to get
There
it.
was one other person. I didn't see who they were, but there was somebody else there. He was at a panel with symbols on it, crying, begging forgiveness from his mother because he couldn't remember. He couldn't remember it. I don't think his mother was with him. I don't know who it was though. And didn't he also mention Splurbod or
Yeah,
Captain? I think he by
I think,
title
yeah, like, I'm sorry, Sergeant. I don't remember the
Sergeant.
specific words, but he was very sorry, and like,
Yeah, he also was apologizing to, I believe, you. I don't recognize the location, so I couldn't tell you any more than that.
I think you would actually, like, given that
Oh, would I?
you saw the
Oh, yeah, we
I was about to
did.
say
yeah, the
that's
the
that certainly sounds like the bunker.
yeah, the bunker. Yeah,
Yeah,
honestly, it matches the
I think
dream matches the description of the bunker.
I was like, yeah, I don't recognize. And my head's just gonna snap up. Wait, no, the bunker. He was at the panel. The bunker. I recognize it now. I remember it.
Beam
And he couldn't figure it out in your vision, but this
He
time,
knew the pattern, but he couldn't remember the pattern.
then you don't have to remember it this time. And I am going to give Beam.
Beam already has the book.
Oh fuck! He already does.
You gave it to him.
I did get fuck. That's I'm
Preempted by yourself.
I am preempted by myself. I'm so smart. I am
Past
seeing
you and
into
future
the
you are on the same wavelength.
They are on the
Ginormous
same
brain.
wavelength.
um,
I'm gonna pull out the copy of the book that I made while we were like coming over here. I was
No.
just furiously scribbling. I'm gonna hand that to him. Now you have two copies.
Yeah.
Wow.
I didn't
Double
know
the books.
Splorbot had a calligraphy proficiency.
He doesn't. It looks like
that's
dog
why it's
shit.
sloppy.
It is a workbook of really quick math, not correct math, just
Got
quick math.
Just quick math.
There are math
And
in
and
there.
Paul can say that.
Three
Being a
plus
math
7,
major.
15. Let's go.
But yeah. And then I'm gonna immediately just snap around, look around. Do I know where Rydell's is from here? How far away is Rydell?
You have no idea.
Rydell.
Make
Um,
a immediate history check, Spurbod.
Yeah, ask Splorbot. He's the only one from here.
All right. Oh shit. Would I be able to? Okay, this is another thing. Rewarding rewarding repute. It's the it's the lesson that I've been. It's the lesson that I've been given. Oh wait, it doesn't cover history. It only covers nature and survival. Okay, never mind. Actually. All right, so history. This does not have anything to do with war, so I will not add. That is an 11.
You are able to recognize Rydell. Uh, they own a small business here in Tenderley called the Rural Sprawl.
Okay.
But
I'll tell, but I can't. But I can't give directions.
you can probably give directions, but it's a small little like botany shop.
Okay.
Run by
There's also,
Spriggan.
there's also Rydell, the Spriggan the herbalist. Uh, where I don't know where that shop is.
The herbalist.
You know
Actually,
Rydell?
yeah, he comes by the tavern sometimes to drink. I've talked to him a few times. Ugh.
I I don't know who Rydell is, but I saw Spriggan wearing um he was wearing his apron, had the name and the shop on it. There was somebody breaking into his shop trying to take everything and hurt him. He was in my visions as well. Do you
Then we
know
should
where
go
their
stop.
shop is?
Yeah, it's just off to the points in direction, and says direction that I don't know because I don't have a map on me.
Uh,
By about X amount of minutes.
out of character, has Carthon and Calzias, did you guys have you guys mentioned Myethel's name since coming back with Spurbon and Referami?
Probably would have, it's not a secret we're looking for,
I
and somebody
did
might
I
know.
did say where's my FL
Yeah, I
when we
He
think
first
did.
met up.
Before that, though, I don't think it's been mentioned to me, at least.
uh, Beam head up. I and like looks at you, Spurbod. I I don't know what's going on, but
Spit it out, lad.
I I'm trying to think. Spurbod, I don't know what's going on with the magic, but you said I was talking about a pattern. I don't didn't remember a pattern,
Yeah.
That's what Referami said.
and you two are looking for Myelthel.
Yes.
Is
Yes.
are you looking for Myelthel Beam?
Yes.
Last name connection in.
Yeah, I was wondering about that.
Jeez. I'm gonna give them one more intelligence check because they're on the right track, but I want them to. I want to see if they are able to put things together themselves. I Myelthel's my adoptive mother. She adopted me.
Oh, wow. I wasn't gonna say anything, but with the last name, I wasn't sure if it was a common name around here, if or if you were married.
No, I'm tilts their head at you.
How
Uh.
how old is this guy?
This is a teenager.
Oh, never mind. I didn't know
Yeah.
his age. Never mind. I wouldn't say that. All right. I was wondering what the last name though.
And my also the same age as me. We're 27.
Yeah. Uh,
Okay.
they
I don't know what I don't know what the age of consent is in
the
Inasvine.
yeah Karth
I
yeah,
guess that's a conversation we don't need to have
we do
though.
not need to have this conversation.
All right.
Rodgel looks to you guys like I I know my mom knows things. Or sorry, he wouldn't say mom. I know my Ethel knows things. She's aware of a lot of different things in the government. I just
I hope she didn't leave you behind.
there's a quiet and like looks away and
She's always been smart. She's always been a planner. She must have had a plan of something like this. Anything, any type of disaster. She would have had a plan and she would have told you. What would that plan have been?
There's a quiet. Sir, like, you you said the two dragonborns are need to be rescued, yes?
We all do. Yes.
I'm I'm gonna get them.
I'm going with you.
No,
No.
I I can get them.
They were locked in a room at the inn. Their parents said they would be back, and they closed the door behind them and locked them in. That helps.
They nod and they begin to walk with a weirdly sudden determination.
Yeah, no. Kid, I am coming with you.
He looks back at you, and it is that same stare of determination, Spurbot, that you saw. They've seen many times. If just sighs and keeps on moving. Do you follow Kazaias?
Yeah, I'm following, and I'll call back to Carthon. If we
Yeah.
have to, we'll meet like at the bunker. All right.
Yeah, sure. I'll come.
Sorry,
So
say that.
I'm telling you, if we have to, we'll meet back at the bunker. Not to. I'm not asking you to come with us.
Oh, okay. All right. When you say the bunker, do you mean the one in Marmalade?
Yes.
Okay.
All right,
All right.
all right.
Works for me.
What do the rest of you guys, as Kazaias and Rodgel begin to leave?
Uh, Splurbod pointed in direction for
Uh,
Rydal. How far away is that? And is that in the same direction as Melanie?
No, I think they're in opposite directions for obligatory sake. Probably about like a 7 minute walk. Probably to like a more residential area.
powerful.
What's as close as you say it is, we can go to both places. I think given what's going on, I don't think splitting up is that good of an idea. Referami will look off in Rogel's direction. He's a determined lad.
He is. I only hope he can keep up with it.
He can only run as fast as our thread can be woven. Do we want to? I'm gonna look at everybody else in the group. Do we want to split and go after Rydal and Melanie, or do we want to stick together and do one first?
Well, there's only three of us. I think we should stick together. Also, next session it would be very fun to run like three groups, in my opinion.
True.
We would have to agree to go quickly.
Scatter
Yeah,
gang.
Let's go. Actually, next session we need to all split up. Actually, so that we can have session
for
0 part 2, where
for
we all
arrival,
I
just
mean,
have our
I
organization
mean,
in the
own
uh,
second.
individual sessions.
I mean, out of character, I told these guys I need to end a little bit early. Honestly, I'm having an adrenaline
Oh
high
yeah.
right now. I'm more than happy to keep on going.
Okay, that's fine with
At
me.
at least like to deal with like, if you guys want to split up, we can at least do like one or two sub stories real quick. Because
I I
Okay.
I I have. I'm sorry to be the little bit of a Debbie Downer. I would like to go ahead and
Also
I would like to
fair.
go ahead and wrap up here.
fair enough. But
Yeah.
but
So we're splitting up again. That's how we end it.
can I at least
Right.
do one thing with
This
Kalzias
is
and Rodgel?
Yeah, sure.
this is the breaking of the fellowship, and we won't come back for like a month.
As you guys are walking out of Tenderly, past the chaos, past the people panicking, trying to float prayers and like moving around the city in desperation. You've barely known this teenager, but they they've shown it in experience, eyes everywhere, confusion, and a clear dependence on like other people's like influence. They're still young. They're still trying to figure out where their feet land, but they are walking with purpose. Like as like you catch up to them, Rodgel speaks. Just who who is she to you?
It's my sister. But I can imagine you know why I want to find her so badly.
I do.
Has she ever talked about where she grew up?
No.
Yeah, I figured that would be the case. She wanted to run away so badly that I imagine she wouldn't want to bring up her past, but hey, I'm the one who kind of encouraged her to do it.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, she would have done it without my help. I think she just used me as an excuse. She always, whenever she set her mind to something, she always followed through with it. This just that leaving home was one of the ones taking a bit longer. I've missed her, but I'm happy that she's made a life for herself. And that's why I'm not taking stock of in any of these ridiculous dreams that I or that priest might have had. So right now we're gonna find those kids. Then we're gonna find my alpha and we're gonna get out of here. We're gonna live.
You say this, and like after a few steps, you realize that Rodgel's not walking with you. You turn back. You see Rodgel. Their hands are clenched in fists, and they are looking at you with pure hatred. extreme apparent hostility that they are trying to hold back. What do you do? Not what you were expecting, weren't you?
No, it wasn't what I was expecting. I
You be
take it you
careful
have your
because
own.
I will personally behead you if you upset Rudgel.
I take it you have your own stories about my film, don't you?
No response. The chaos of the surrounding people moving past you, bumping into Rodgel, bumping into you, and their panic.
Listen, you don't need to like me. You could hate me for all I care. But we have a job to do. Are you gonna get your head on straight, or do you need to just walk away?
They walk towards you, like stomping, hands clenched. And like as they like look up to you because they are still a teen. People need help. And as much as I hate her, I made a promise to protect people. One to be strong enough to do what she couldn't. But she refuses to do. She walks past you and just
I imagine you're not gonna tell me what that is, and that's fine. Like you said, we need to help people, and I'm gonna catch up to him again, and I'm gonna take something out of my pocket. I'm gonna hand it to him. I'm handing him one of the ironwood acorns I have.
they don't reach out to take it.
Take this. If you swallow it, it'll give you a boost of adrenaline. I hope in a pinch, and it lasts for an hour.
They look up to you. And like they like swipe like to try to take it quickly, but they miss the first time. They're like, "Fuck." And they like take a deep breath in. They calmly reach out to grab it from your hand and just turn like an angsty child and just continues to walk. As you guys head to the Silver Serpent,
The Silver Surfer.
did I'm just curious. Did anyone else expect that?
No, not really.
No.
I picture that going differently in my head.
Yeah. Well, Eats, you need to get to bed, so I think we are going to wrap up this session here.
True.
This is now officially the first session where nobody in chat has sent a message, so fun times.
That's
Oh shit, we should
fine.
fix that.
Yeah. Hey, I mean, I know people are watching,
Heyo.
at least after the fact. But yeah, no, I really appreciate everybody who tuned in to watch us. It's always an honor, honestly.
Always is.
Fair.
And again, I hope you enjoyed the show or will enjoy the show if you watch us later on YouTube.
Heyo.
Yep.
Until then, you guys take care of yourself, and remember, it always happens on game night.
Good night, everybody.
Facts.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night.